Winners of 7 of their last 9 games, including 3 straight, the Newport Gulls return home to action here at Cardines Field tonight and return to interleague play. Newport has not fared well in interleague play this season, going just 1-5. Their only win in interleague play coming here at Cardines Field against the Keene Swamp Bats on Monday afternoon, when Newport took a day-night split doubleheader. Game 1, 9-3 against Keene. Game 2, 1-0 on a walk-off victory here at Cardines Field against the Manchester Silkworms. Newport on the road last night, an 11-0 shutout victory against the Manchester Silkworms. Newport now opening up an impressive lead in the NECBL Southern Division, the Gulls' first significant lead in the NECBL South this season, and now at the midway point of the 2008 summer NECBL season. Every game from this point on counts. Newport Gulls baseball is next. I'm Nick Lehman on the NECBL Broadcast Network. The Gulls and the Holyoke Blue Sox in town for interleague play. When we return, stay tuned. The pregame show is next on the NECBL Broadcast Network. And welcome back here at Cardines Field. Now time for the Gulls Eye View. Nick Lehman now joined by advisory board member of Big Brothers of Rhode Island, Scott Virgilak, the elder Scott Virgilak, your son, of course, Newport Gulls pitching coach for the last 3 seasons and a member of the North Adams Steelcats prior to that. We'll get to that in a minute. First, what is your role at Big Brothers of Rhode Island?
Well, I actually volunteered and became a Big Brother last March, so I've been doing a little over a year. And then I was asked to be on the advisory board for Big Brothers of Rhode Island. And basically on the advisory board, what my responsibilities are is, number one, to help the program gain visibility throughout the state. I mean, it's a great program. It's for fatherless boys. We have about 130 boys in the program right now where we've assigned mentors. Unfortunately, we have 300 little brothers waiting to be placed, so there's a great need. We're always looking for volunteers. So we're here tonight to gain some exposure for the program. If we can come away with even 1 or 2 people that are willing to volunteer their time and change the life of one child, it's a success. So.
Now, a lot of people are familiar with the concept of Big Brothers, but they don't know too much about exactly what the program does. Can you elaborate a little bit more on that?
Basically, it's to be a mentor for a fatherless child. And the commitment for the Big Brother is usually 3 to 4 hours a week. Whether you can do that 1 day a week or 2 days a week is the commitment we're looking for. And we're looking for a commitment from the Big Brother to stay on with his little brother for at least 1 year. So again, it's someone to listen to the child, help him set some goals regarding school, what he wants to do in the future. But it's a tremendous program.
And just a couple hours a week, that sounds like something that almost anybody can fit into their schedule.
I'll tell you, it's very easy. And I got to be honest with you, my personal experience is I think I enjoy it more than my little brother. Gives me a reason to go back to the baseball field and play ball and go see the kids' movies. So, it's a great program.
Your son, Scott Virgilak, has been the Newport Gulls pitching coach for 3 seasons now and has been in the NECBL since 2004.
Yeah, absolutely. Very fortunate when he got the phone call from Chuck Biva that there was a spot open here in Newport. Great organization, great people. Plus, he gets to stay closer to home, so we get to see him a little more in the summer.
Of course, Coach Virgilak is the only native Rhode Islander on the entire team this season.
I didn't even realize that, but I guess you're right. So he's representing Rhode Island.
And in the spring-summer collegiate season, Coach Virgilak works at Rhode Island College, also where I attend, actually. I was student body president last season, so I occasionally run into him on campus, and he's as an assistant coach at Rhode Island College.
Yeah, that's correct. He's, he finished his career playing at Rhode Island College. Jay Grenier, who coached him at CCRI, and Rick offered him a position to stay on. So, you know what? He loves the game of baseball. It's a way that he can keep his hand in it, stay around the game he loves. So I do nothing but encourage him, to do that.
And he's been doing an outstanding job coaching the Newport Gulls the last 3 seasons. And Mike Coombs and Ray Fuentes, the other 2 coaches on the staff, have nothing but praise for him.
And likewise, a great team together. I think they work well together. They communicate. They do a lot of sharing back and forth. So a great coaching staff they have together here.
Scott Virgilak, father of Newport Gull pitching coach Scott Virgilak, thank you for joining us here in the Gulls Eye View, and best of luck to you as you try to recruit more volunteers for Big Brothers of Rhode Island.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure for you to join us today, and nice to meet you, Mr. Virgilak.
Yep. Thanks again.
That's the Gulls Eye View. Back in a moment on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Welcome back here at Cardines Field. Now time for our special edition of the Gulls Eye View. I'm Nick Lima, now joined by the general manager of the Holyoke Blue Sox, as well as the president and principal owner, brother and sister team, Barry and Karen Wadsworth. Thank you both for joining us here today on the Newport Gulls Broadcast Network.
No, we're excited to be here. Thanks for having us here today.
Thank you very much.
Now, you both purchased the Holyoke Blue Sox, which are then known as the Concord Quarry Dogs, moved the team to Western Massachusetts, where you're a native.
That's correct. We were really excited when a team came available up in Concord. Karen and I immediately went up in there and struck that deal and purchased a team. And we were planning on keeping the team up in Concord. And then when the Giants moved out of Holyoke, we brought the team right down into that stadium, and we're glad we did, and we're having a great time.
Now, we've seen a lot of changes to the ballpark. I had the opportunity to travel there with the Newport Gulls about a week and a half ago, and so some interesting things, some palm trees down the left field line in a barbecue area. It seems that you've been getting some larger crowds there, that larger than the Giants saw. The city has really embraced you guys.
Yeah, we've been really lucky. I got to give Karen the credit on the palm trees and a lot of the stuff that's going on around that and the groups that she's been able to bring in. But, yeah, we've just been able to raise the crowds from 300 and 400 and be able to bring it to 3,000, almost 4,000 one night, 2,000 a couple times. So there's a lot of energy down there, and Karen's been able to bring in bands, and she can address a lot of those issues, which is what's going on.
Yeah, it was important to Barry and I and sort of the community to be a part of that and make it a true experience, not only about embracing baseball, but embracing a family and community opportunity for them to enjoy. And so we knew that when we showed up at Mackenzie Stadium that it needed a little bit of a facelift, so to speak. So we were anxious and excited to get started, and we wanted to make it unique but fun and exciting. So we're hoping that we're making a little bit of a difference.
You're a brother and sister team, but like all teams in the NECBL, all franchises, you have a lot of core staff, I imagine, of volunteers and interns and other professionals working with you.
Yeah, we sure do. And we were able to take a lot of the old staff from the Giants and brought them back on board. And then we expanded that, and we brought a lot more people, about 40 people in, and they've all got really defined roles. And we have big meetings, and we go over things, and it's been great. And one of the really nice things about Holyoke, it's a very diverse population there. And when we started bringing in the international games, bringing in China, the Dominican national team, even Team USA, that really kicked off things in that area. I mean, we have 1.2 million people within 11 miles of our stadium. So for us, we just needed to tap into that market, and that's what we're trying to do. And we love it, and it's great. It's been super.
So what are your respective roles in the organization specifically? Start with you, Karen.
Yeah, I mean, I primarily focus on sort of the behind the scenes, the operations in the sense from the promotions, the marketing, working with large corporations from a regional standpoint to get them involved and embrace sort of our visions and what we're looking to accomplish there at the stadium, and it's been a wonderful experience. And you nailed it earlier, that the community really has rallied around us, that has allowed us the luxury to be able to provide some of these exciting activities that we've been able to do, like bringing NASCAR Denny Hamlin number 11 show car to our stadium, as well as the Sprint 18-wheeler racing experience that you actually feel like one of the NASCAR race car drivers. So it's been great. So I always think that although both aspects of the owning a baseball team is fun, I think I luck out because I get to handle all of the public and meet all the fans and really share their enthusiasm.
Barry?
Yeah, I do more of the I work a lot with the employees and all the help in there, and I work a lot with the players and the coaches, and I love that part. And plus, Karen also does a lot of the big promotional marketing background, too. That's where she comes from, which is huge connections. So we're both really hands-on, and we kind of divide and conquer that stuff, and it's been great. It's been awesome.
So how's the team faring so far this season?
Well, we're glad where we are. We're at about 500. We're right now 10 and 11. We lost our last 4, but we were in every game. We just didn't close them out. We were right down to the last. We were leading right up to the last inning. But our team's getting stronger every single day, and we think we're going to be in the hunt at the end of the day.
Now, when you first started this franchise, what was the most difficult thing from the get-go? Was it trying to make contacts with other schools and recruiting players to come to Holyoke, or was it somewhere? I can imagine there could be any number of difficulties just getting into this league.
Yeah, that was the hardest thing. The marketing, the promotion stuff, we've done that our whole lives. trying to be competitive with all the other franchises in this league because of the contacts that they've established over the last 11 years. Knowing the coaches by name. I don't even know the head coach of a school, so I got to look up his number, get the front office, ask who the person is. I have to go through that whole thing. What I've learned in the last, even 90 days, and I'm on the phone every single day, is I've now built those relationships and with leading scouts that I've now brought on my advisory board. I'm like Ray Fagin from the Red Sox and Greg Morehart, and they're now coming on board with me for my advisory board. Those guys are great additions, and that's what's allowed me to start bringing in some real talent, and it's exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, I concur with Barry in the sense of it was probably the most difficult is just coming to a new city and just picking up the phone and start telling our story and sharing our excitement, our enthusiasm, but just in a very short period of time, we were able to really break down those sort of barriers, so to speak. And again, it's been smooth sailing, so to speak, since then. It's been fun.
Barry and Karen Wadsworth, the general manager and presidents and principal owners of the Holyoke Blue Sox, the newest team in the NECBL, from, I guess, a couple of days after the North Shore Navigators in Holyoke, Massachusetts. Thank you both for joining us here today in the Gulls Eye View.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we'll be back in a moment on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Thank you again both for joining us. We'll be back in a moment on the Newport Gulls pregame show as we continue next. Back here now at Cardines Field. Now time for our pregame visit with Newport Gulls manager Mike Coombs. Coach, how are you?
Oh, I'm good. How about you, Nick?
I'm doing fantastic. And the Newport Gulls, now winners of 7 of their last 8, have won 3 straight, including sweeping a doubleheader here at Cardines Field. Let's first go to that game as the Gulls defeated the Northern Division leading, not that Keene Swamp Bats, 9-3 in a game here in the day game.
9-4.
9-4, yes.
It was 9-4. They jumped on us a little bit there to begin with, and we settled in, and their guy was throwing a no-hitter for almost 5 innings, and then we jumped on them, saw them a couple different times, and then we started just hitting the ball all over the ballpark, scoring runs, and knocked them out of there, and our guys just did a great job pitching. Neil Davis just stuck it to him. He did a great job on the mound.
And Game 2 against the Manchester Silkworms, we saw quite the opposite as both teams pitched shutout ball until the 9th inning when Ryan Wiegand drove home Jet Butler with the winning run. Both Butler and Wiegand pinch hitting in the inning.
Yeah, we put them in a little bit. Butler can run a little bit, and Wiegand last year owned left-handers in this league. He's struggling a little bit this year against them, but anytime I can use Ryan Wiegand to pinch hit, I don't care if it's left, right, or they throw it underhand. He's going to hit it. He's going to hit it. He's going to get a quality at bat. The kid that came in, we've seen him before, and starts him off with fastball, and Ryan jumped on it.
And another outstanding pitching performance in that game for the Newport Gulls as well. We really have seen 5 consecutive quality starts now from Newport Gulls pitchers.
Well, we had a little chat with the pitchers, talked with them what we need. The middle of our bullpen last week didn't get the job done against Pittsfield. We had a 4-2 lead going into the 7th or 8th round there, and they gave it up, and it just, that's unacceptable. We're not going to have that. We'll find people that can do it, or I'll just let the starters go as long as they can go.
So the Newport Gulls coming off an offensive explosion last night and an 11-0 shutout victory over the Manchester Silkworms. Another good pitching performance for the Gulls, and offensively, just about everybody picked it up.
Yeah, swung the bats very well. Greg Hawley threw a great game. He kept them off balance, threw the ball very well for us. And like I said, the hitters came through, and, Rhodey had a couple, I think he had a base hit, a double, a triple, and everybody just swung the bat very well.
The Blue Sox in town tonight as the Newport Gulls resume interleague play for the next 3 games. Newport 1-5 against Northern Division teams this season. Did lose a tough one up in Holyoke as they picked up an early deficit in the game. Tried to fight their way back, but couldn't do it in the end.
Yeah, we kind of stuttered a little bit up there, and then in the late innings we showed a little offense, but their guy kept us off balance, threw the ball very well. So, that's the name of this game is pitching.
What are we going to see on the mound tonight for the Newport Gulls?
Well, we got Jared Prince going to throw tonight for us, so we'll see how far Jared can go with us. He's thrown the ball very well for us, knock on wood. He's a competitor. He gets out there and wants the ball and wants to get after him, so we'll see.
Elsewhere in the dugout, how are things going as far as an injury report?
Cunningham's got a little lower back issue. Conley's got a right knee issue. Other than that, I think we're okay. So we'll try to mend those two guys back, and then we got other good people in the lineup. So we'll see.
One of those has been Mike Tamsin, whose average is once again above 400. Another good performance last night in Manchester. He's continued to hit very effectively for the Newport Gulls since joining the team.
Yeah, he gets after it. He looks like he's old school to me. He gets after it, and just takes this game serious. And he gets down on himself a little bit, but I bring him up, and we have a little laugh here or there or whatever. And I go, I've been there, Mike. I know exactly what you're feeling right now, so just let it go. And let it go before it gets after you. So you got to. And he goes, "Yeah, you're right. You're right. I got to just let it go. Let it go. Another at bat coming up."
And defensively, he's been perfect all season. Did commit 2 errors last night in Manchester. A little bit of a hiccup there, but overall, the Newport Gulls defense has really rebounded after a shaky start to the season.
I just told Mike. I said, over there at third base, sometimes you have a tendency. You got a big target over there at Wigan. I said, let it go, but you got to get the ball down so you can at least come off the bag or whatever. But take another crow hop. You got plenty of time over there at third base. It's not like you got to hurry it. If you got first step quickness or the ball's hit right at you, you got time to throw the ball. So don't nurse it over there and don't launch it over there. Throw it.
Newport Gulls manager Mike Coombs, good luck in the game tonight. We'll catch up with you on Friday.
Thanks, Nick.
That's our pregame visit with Mike Coombs. Newport Gulls baseball is next on the NECBL Broadcast Network. And good evening again from Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Under overcast skies, the Newport Gulls get set to take on the Holyoke Blue Sox for the second and final time here in the regular season. Holyoke leading the season series 1-0, took game 1 6-4 in Holyoke, Massachusetts back on June 26th. A 6-4 victory for the Blue Sox. A new team here in the NECBL, same franchise as the Concord Curry Dogs, taken over by a new ownership group, and Barry and Karen Wadsworth, who join us in our Newport Gulls pregame show, moved the team to Holyoke to replace the leaving Holyoke Giants that became the North Shore Navigators, now in Lynn, Massachusetts. And the Holyoke Blue Sox were here now at Cardines Field for the first time tonight to face the Newport Gulls. Let's take it down to the field for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
An outstanding rendition of the national anthem sung here tonight at Cardines Field. The Newport Gulls, winners of 7 of their last 8. First place in the NCBL Southern Division to face the Holyoke Blue Sox. 10-11 on the season, have dropped 4 straight. Are in 5th place in the NCBL North. And I welcome to the broadcast booth Dan Sturdivant.
Thank you very much, Nick. You mentioned the Blue Sox, losers of their last 4. A couple of tough losses the last couple nights. Dropped a 8-7 decision in Keene last night on a walk-off error committed by Shevishima. They played the winning run for the Swamp Bats the night before. They coughed up a 2-1 lead, lost it 3-2 against the division-leading Sanford Mainers. So a couple of tough losses following 6 days off. They had 2 scheduled off days and 4 consecutive rainouts in between them. So a tough bit of luck as they've come back after the long delay. But tonight they'll look to Brendan Johnson to be a stopper against the Gulls as they try and sweep the season series from Newport.
Newport sends Jared Prince to the mound for his first start of the season. He's been outstanding in spot relief appearances late in the season. We'll be back in a moment to give you the starting lineups next on the NECBL Broadcast Network. And back here now at Cardines Field, the starting lineups for today's ball game for the visiting Holyoke Blue Sox. Here again, Dan Sturdivant.
Leading off for the Blue Sox tonight, Peter Fonse will get his third consecutive shot at shortstop and leading off. Jim Wood, who's been red hot, hitting .400 over his last 10 games in the 2-hole. Corey Jones is at second base. Sean Killeen, the catcher, bats cleanup. Danny Brown had a 2-run homer last night in Keene. He's the DH batting fifth. Alex Hilliard's in center field. John Zilnicki gets his first start at first base. Ken Gregory, his first start in right field. And Jeremy Nowak rounds out the order playing third base.
And once again, who's pitching for Holyoke?
That'll be Brandon Johnson, the right-hander from Yale University. He's 1-1 with a 1.82 and has been a guy who's pitched a lot better than that 1-1 record would indicate. He's a sinker, slider, right-hander, throws a lot of strikes. It's very easy to tell early on what kind of night he's going to have. If it's a lot of ground balls and broken bats, it means he's going to be out there for a while. As we saw in Manchester, he had the complete game victory in his last outing. That back on June 27th. Gave up 3 runs in the first inning, not another one the rest of the way.
Newport Gulls at 13-9 on the season. Once again, have won 7 of their last 8 games and 3 straight. Took a day-night split doubleheader here against the Keene Swamp Bastion Manchester Silkworms and Cardines on Monday night. 11-0 victory over the Manchester Silkworms last night. They'll send Taylor Mean in leadoff spot, batting at second, starting at second base. The shortstop Jet Butler bats second. Ryan Wiegans, the designated hitter, batting third, and cleanup it's Alex Gregory, the first baseman. Third baseman Mike Tamsin bats fifth. He's followed by Nick Santamaro, the right fielder. Jack Murphy, the catcher. Joey Manning bats eighth, starting in left field. And running out the order for the Newport Gulls are our first place in the ACBL Southern Division, Kyle Rode, the center fielder. Umpires for tonight's game, John Keegan calling balls and strikes behind the plate. Patrick Horrigan is the field umpire. Newport sending Jared Prince to the mound, who's 2-0 on the season in relief. His first start of the season here tonight. Kingston, Washington native, attends Washington State University. We just finished up his junior season. 6'3", 205-pound right-hander. It's an ERA of 0. He's allowed no runs at all this season. Just 2 hits. He's only faced 18 batters in his previous 2 relief appearances. He also had a perfect relief appearance against Team China here at Cardines Field a week and a half ago. Newport Gulls and the Holyoke Blue Sox getting set for baseball in a moment. Game time temperatures at 73 degrees under cloudy, overcast skies. A stiff wind blows from right to left and actually occasionally to straightaway center here at Cardines. South-southwest wind at 20 to 30 miles per hour, gusting up to 30 here tonight. So that could certainly be a factor in this ball game as we watch the trees rock back and forth over the outfield fences. First pitch is next on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Once again at Cardinesville as we get set for baseball. Last couple of warm-up tosses for Jared Prince. Prince worked 5 2/3 innings on the season. No runs, no earned runs, 2 hits, no walks, 9 strikeouts. Allowed just a double and a single. Opponents hitting 111 off of Prince, who's hit a batter. He can be wild, throwing 4 wild pitches. He occasionally has an errant pitch in his command, but after throwing a wild pitch, tends to settle down.
One of those guys who maybe just has to get one out of his system when he's out there on the hill. I saw Rene Garcia in his debut for the Blue Sox 2 nights ago up in Sanford, throwing well behind Branson Joseph.
So Jared Prince gets set to face Peter Fonse here. Fonse batting 143, no homers, 1 run batted in, and limited playing time for the Blue Sox.
He just joined the team 3 nights ago. He's been the leadoff spot ever since.
His 3rd start of the season, has a triple on the season.
RBI triple last night, drove in Ken Gregory. The 2 went back-to-back with triples at Alumni Field, something that's very rare, the odd dimensions of that park.
Jared Prince getting his first start of the season for the Newport Gulls. His first pitch on the outside corner, taken for a called strike. We're underway here at Cardines. Newport again in first place in the ACBL Southern Division, a game ahead of the Pittsfield Dukes. The bigger surprises this year in the NECBL. The 0-1 pitch, swinging a ground ball, bounced onto the third base side, and Tamsin stabs it, can't get to it, rolls into the outfield as it's deflected off his glove. It'll be an infield single as Tamsin dove to his left, just deflected that ball, I don't think either Tamsin or Butler may have been able to make a play on it. Even if Butler did make a play, it would have been pretty deep in the hole.
Yeah, right there, Tamsin playing in at the lip of the grass, respecting the speed of Peter Fonse. Had to move quickly to his left. He just barely got a glove on it. Kept it on the infield, but no play for either he or Butler.
So quickly, the Holyoke Blue Sox get a runner here in the first. Now Jim Wood. Jim at .313, 3 homers, 10 runs batted in. Leads in both offensive categories for the Blue Sox. Tied in runs driven in with Ken Gregory. Takes the first pitch fastball in the inside corner for strike 1.
Wood's been red hot. Hit a homer last night up in Keene. Is 10 for his last 25 for a .400 average.
3 doubles on the season. 0-1 pitch on the ground to Tamsin. It's by him in the left field. Another base hit. Stopping at second is Fonse, and all of a sudden, the Holyoke Blue Sox threatening here in the first inning. Back-to-back singles to lead things off, and the heart of the order coming up.
Not sure if Tamsin saw that ball. Well, he kind of froze initially when it came off the bat. By the time he moved to his left, it was hit well enough by Wood to be in left field. Now a big opportunity with Corey Jones, the Blue Sox leading hitter, standing in.
Set the defensive alignment for you. The Newport Gulls have Alex Gregory at first base, Taylor Meehan at second, Jet Butler at short, Mike Timms in at third, Joey Manning in left, Kyle Rode in center field, Nick Santamaro in right, Jack Murphy catches Jared Prince. He looks in on the left-handed batter, Corey Jones, who kicks some dirt out of the batter's box, levels the bat. Runners lead at first and second. A check on the runner, Prince from the set. Here's the pitch. A ground ball hit softly on the ground. The shortstop has it, throws a second out there, and they'll just get one as he's tripped up. Taylor Meehan got caught off balance, got his foot down on the bag, and then fell down. They do get 1 run. That put runners one out, and that put runners on at first and third.
Not sure if Jim Wood may have missed a sign or if Peter Fonse was going on his own, but Fonse was running on the pitch and Wood was not. And it looked like a swing to protect the runners there by Corey Jones, hitting that one weakly to the shortstop. And had Wood been running, it would have been a very difficult play at second base.
Going in the books as a 6'4" fielder's choice. Now Sean Killeen, second on the team in average at .321, has a homer, 9 runs batted in, 4 doubles, 2 triples. Takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. Slider that time from Prince. Killeen, 10 walks on the season, also second on the team. And Shiva Shima, who has the night off. Jones at first, Fatse at third. Next pitch misses, ball 2. Good sized crowd on hand here at Cardines Field, not near what we've seen in the last few games. Newport Gulls have seen 7 consecutive home games eclipse the 2,000 fan mark. I don't know if we'll get there tonight. Well, maybe 1,000 in the stands right now. 2-0 pitch is in there for strike 1. Killeen, the catcher for the Blue Sox.
Yeah, Sean's been very hot. He's hit in 8 of his last 9 ball games. Had a 7-game hit streak snapped up in Sanford, but was able to slap a single last night.
From the stretch, Prince. The pitch, swing and a miss. He's out in front of a breaking ball that time from Jared. The count's even at 2-2. Jared Prince is yet to allow a run this season in his 3 relief appearances, 2 that counted, 1 of course against Team China in an exhibition game. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. 10th strikeout of the season for Jared Prince, his first of this ball game, and a critical second out here in the first. With runners at the corners, now we'll see Danny Brown, the designated hitter.
Oh, big pitch right there. He got him once on the slider for the breaking ball, slider or curve for the second strike, and went right back to the well on the next pitch to get him swinging. Now it's going to take a 2-out hit from Danny Brown.
Brown at 167, a homer, 2 runs batted in. 1 for 6 on the season. Starting just his second game, he's played in 2 coming into tonight. Takes the first pitch fastball on the outside corner at the belt for strike 1.
Made his debut up in Sanford 2 nights ago and struck out looking to end that ball game. Last night hit a 2-run homer in the top of the 9th inning to tie the game at 7.
Pinwheels the bat in the left-hand batter's box. Here's the next pitch, swing and a miss. And the runner takes off, slides to second. No throw that time from Jack Murphy. Stolen base for Corey Jones. Jones picks up his 6th of the season, is now 6 for 7. Put 2 runners in scoring position, and a hit here could play 2 runs for Holyoke.
Jones had 2 last night. One of them was part of a double steal. He was the trail runner taking second, but that's how he'll take second base on his own. He'll wait for the catcher to have the ball, kind of watch the middle infielders and then break for second.
Newport Gulls pulled off the double steal in their first attempt of the season last night in Manchester. The 0-2, outside. Brown wasn't chasing that time. Ball and 2 strikes. Alex Hilliard to follow here. There are 2 outs here in the first. 2 runners in scoring position. Brown stands in from the stretch. Prince. Ball 1-2 pitch. A foul tip to the screen. And he stays alive. There's 22 days left in July. Newport Gulls will be playing all but a couple of those days. 2 off days towards the end of the season. In a stretch right now of 21 games in 20 days, if you include the NECBL All-Star game. A 1-2. Strike 3 called in the outside corner. Back-to-back strikeouts for Jared Prince to get out of a jam here in the first. The Blue Sox 3 runners on at second and third. We played half an inning from Cardines Field. Holyoke nothing. Newport coming up on the NECBL Broadcast Network. The last of first we go. The Newport Gulls get their first look of the season at Brandon Jocelyn. So send Taylor Mee and Jet Butler and Ryan Wiegand to the plate here in the last of the first. And Holyoke Blue Sox unable to capitalize in the top half of this inning.
Yeah, it's becoming a disturbing trend for the Blue Sox. Last night, in the top of the 9th inning, they had the bases loaded and nobody out, unable to cross a run in that frame. They ground into a 4-2-3 double play. Then were unable to get a run home as Adam Domino struck out looking to end the threat. So a huge bowling opportunity there in a 7-7 ball game. And right here, a chance to jump out on the Southern Division lead in goals. Put runners at the corners with 1 out, then second and third with 2 down. Leave it with nothing. So good work by Prince to get out of trouble, but it's a little disturbing for the Blue Sox.
This is a team that you need to score runs against. Newport Gulls last night an 11-0 shutout victory of the Manchester Silkworms, the second consecutive shutout. The team has not scored against Newport now in better than 20 innings. Brandon Jocelyn, the right-hander out of Yale University, will be heading into his senior season. Hanson, Massachusetts native, a 6'3", 195-pound right-hander, making his 5th start of the season, his 6th overall appearance, has 2 complete games. Though each in odd fashions, one which he picked up a no decision.
Yeah, one, actually he picked up the win in one, the loss in another, and had another game that could have been a complete game. He went 9 shutout innings, gave up just 2 hits to the Lowell All-Americans, a game that the Blue Sox would drop 1-0 in 11. Complete game his last time out, gave up 3 runs in the bottom of the first inning to the Manchester Silkworms and was able to hold on long enough for his team's bats to get started. Jim Wood came off the bench and drove in 5 runs, including a homer, as they won that ball game 7-3.
Taylor Means has his average up to 314 as he takes the first pitch fastball on the outside corner for strike 1, leads the team with 10 walks, no homers, 7 runs batted in, 4 doubles. Being an impressive performance last night in Manchester. The 0-1 pitch, a fastball down the middle, taken for strike 2. Newport Gulls managed 17 hits and out-hit their opponents 17-2 against the Silkworms last night on the road. Meehan went 3 for 5, drove in 2 runs, 3 singles. Breaking ball is hit in the air down the left field line, and it's going to get, it is caught. What a catch by Jeremy Nowak, who jumped on the fence and brought that one in.
Oh, great play by Nowak. He's making his first start at third in quite some time now. It's been a combination of Chevish Shima. So you're able to see that replay for watching at home. You know, getting a first start out there in quite some time, over 2 weeks since he's been out at third. No rust right there, great play.
His first chance turns out to be sensational. Here's Jed Butler. Swings on the first pitch, it's a high hopper to the second baseman. Jones has it, throws to first, gets him by a step and a half, and they're quickly 2 away here.
Well, that's just what Brandon Jocelyn needs. Mentioned he's a sinker slider guy, throws a lot of strikes, doesn't hurt himself by walking too many batters. On the season, has walked just 8 and almost, well, now in just over 30 innings pitched. So he wants to put the ball in the strike zone and let his defense work behind him. If they keep playing like the work we've seen from Nowak and Jones through 2 batters, he should do pretty well tonight.
8 walks, 21 strikeouts. Opponents hitting 185 off of Jocelyn. Here's Ryan Wiegand. Takes first pitch, sinking low inside, ball 1. Wiegand There's only 2 goals who were hitless last night. Well, he did get on base via a walk. 0 for 5 against the Silkworms. Ryan batting .243, 2 homers, 11 runs batted in, swings and hits a little bloop off the leaping second baseman's glove into center field. It's going to be a single for Ryan Wiegand. Corey Jones almost made a spectacular catch to bring that one down, but it was just out of his reach.
Yeah, Jones looked like he froze a little bit like we saw Tams do on the ball off the bat of Jim Wood. Kind of caught in his tracks, and by the time he finally got going, just not quite long enough to make that grab.
So the go-ahead runner now at first with 2 outs for Alex Gregory, the cleanup man, batting .272, leads the team with 5 homers, 19 runs batted in. Tied with Mike Melillo for the team lead in RBI. A low set in the belt. Here's the pitch, swinging a foul to the screen. Strike 1. Gregory, 6 doubles on the season. Good for second on the team behind Nick Santamaro. No score. We're here in the last of the first. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Gregory fooled on a slider that time. Gregory gained the start at first base as Wiegand's in the designated hitter spot. From the stretch, Jocelyn. A pitch. Just outside.
Pretty good spot to go to 0-2. Try the slider on the very outside edge. See if he can either get a wide corner from John Keegan or try to get Gregory to chase.
A runner at first. A ball and 2 strikes on Gregory. Here's the pitch. A ground ball bounced towards the shortstop. He has it. Will throw to first. It's in time for the other retires aside. The Gulls strand 1 on 1 hit here in the first inning. We've played 1 full from Cardines Field. No score between the Blue Sox and the Gulls on the NECBL Broadcast Network. We go to the second here at Cardines Field. No score between the Gulls and the Blue Sox. Alex Hilliard, John Zolnicki, and Ken Gregory due up for Holyoke. I don't think Ken Gregory has any relation to Alex.
Don't believe so.
Probably a lot of Gregorys out there
in
the world of baseball. Hilliard comes in batting .307, a homer, 7 runs batted in, a pair of doubles, taking the first pitch, ball 1.
Well, Alex has been one of the hotter hitters for the Blue Sox. He's hit in 6 of his last 8 games, was 2 for 4 last night, scored a pair of runs, and also stole a bag. The 1-0 from Prince. Breaking ball on the inside corner, curve that time, 1-1 the count now on the Blue Sox center fielder. Prince now faced 23 batters on the season. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. A big cut that time from Hilliard, and he's a whole ball and 2 strikes. Now has allowed 4 hits on the season, 2 in the ball game. A big jam in the first by striking out Killeen and Brown. End the inning. A 1-2 delivery, just outside. Just with a slider, 2-2. Prince out of Washington State University, where the Newport Gulls have recruited heavily from. Next pitch is swung on, hit in the air to left. Joey Manning goes over, comes in, can't get it, drops for a base hit right in front of him. A leadoff single for the second consecutive inning for the Holyoke Blue Sox, this time from Alex Hilliard. Hilliard has been swinging a hot bat, and sometimes it takes a little bit of luck to stay high. Didn't hit that one well, was in on his hands. Just kind of fisted it out over the head of Jet Butler and in front of Joey Manning. Just a well-placed little pop.
Nice evening for baseball, not much humidity. Gusty wind blows out towards center field. Now some sun poking through the clouds. Some heavy thunderstorms went to our north, and just got word they had a rain delay up in Sanford as the Northam Steeplecats into league play at Sanford, Maine tonight. Pitch up and away, ball 1. They're aiming for a 7:30 first pitch in Sanford, so keep you posted on that and other news from around the league as we continue with the broadcast. 1-0 on Zelnicki. Batting .176, a homer, 2 runs batted in. Hits this one on the ground to the shortstop. Has it. Will step in the bag at second. Throw himself to first in time for a double play. Jet Butler knew he couldn't get the ball out to me and decided to take it to the bag himself about 6 or 7 feet away from the bag for a 6-3 double play.
Yeah, a little bit longer of a way for a shortstop to take the ball himself, but a good decision there Didn't want to risk it with the flip. He had plenty of time at both bases and made a strong throw to complete the twin killing.
Now Ken Gregory. The bat here, the base is empty. A pitch. Fastball on the outside corner for strike one. John Keegan, the home plate umpire. Patrick Horrigan around the bases. Gregory bats .218, a homer, tied for the team lead with 10 runs batted in. Next one is a fastball missing low for ball one. 1-1 the count on the Holyoke right fielder. Blue Sox at 10-11 on the season, 5 games out of first place Sanford, who again under a rain delay right now against the Northampton Steeplecats in Sanford, Maine. The 1-1 pitch. Down the middle for a strike, a breaking ball at the time for Prince. That one had some movement on it.
Ken Gregory coming off a great ball game last night. 2 for 3 homer, triple, 3 runs driven in, scored a pair as well.
His first triple of the season, has a pair of doubles. 1-2. Ground ball bounces, stabbed by Prince, a high hop. Throws to first in time for the out. Good play. Side goes down here in the second. The leadoff single harmless as Nicky bounces into a double play. And Gregory grounds out to the pitcher. We played an inning and a half from Cardines Field. No score between the Holyoke Blue Sox and the Newport Gulls on the NECBL Broadcast Network. The last of the second we go. No score here at Cardines Field. Blue Sox and the Gulls, their second meeting of the season. Holyoke taking the first game of the season series 6-4 at Holyoke back on June 26th. Greg Holly picking up the loss for the Gulls in that one, a game which they trailed most of the way. Finally get the bats going later on in the game, but it was too little too late. Mike Tamsen, league leader in batting average, steps up here from the left side to face Brandon Jocelyn. At .452, takes the first pitch fastball for strike one. No homers, 5 runs batted in, 5 doubles, of 540 on base percentage. Tamsen, who joined the team late, has now started all 13 games he's appeared in. I believe 12 of them at third base, 1 as a designated hitter.
And last night with his 4-for-4 performance jumped his average almost 60 points.
Breaking ball just outside as Jocelyn winces. He didn't get the call. 1-1 the count. That flag is just whipping out there above the scoreboard up the first base line. Trees rocking back and forth in the outfield. The 1-1 delivery. Outside ball 2. So some of those trees actually in play, particularly in left field. And the branches extend over the fences and ground rolls if the next pitcher swung on foul to the left. If a ball hits those branches, it's a home run. There's one section of the fence that's not 28 feet high. It's a 20-foot section where some of those branches stick through. As the owners of the tree and that property beyond the fence wanted to allow space for it to grow. 28 feet high the rest of the way around the outfield. The 2-2 is fouled to the left. Tamsen, best contact hitters on the Newport Gulls squad. He's had his average above 400 for much of the season. Was batting .500 at one point just a few games ago. Began the summer with the Yarmouth Dennis Red Sox of the Cape Cod Baseball League. The 2-2 outside, ball 3, borderline pitch there. Nick Santamaro to follow here. Brandon Jocelyn looks in, gets the signs from his catcher, Sean Killeen. Likes what he sees from the windup, the payoff pitch. Swinging a drive into center. Hilliard coming in, now starts back, makes the catch, and there's one away. And Dan, can you set the defensive alignment for the Holyoke Blue Sox?
Absolutely. Sean Killeen is behind the dish. John Zilnicki's at first, Corey Jones at second, Peter Fonse at shortstop. Jeremy Nowak gets the start at third. Outfield from left to right finds Jim Wood, Alex Hilliard, and Ken Gregory.
Nick Santamaro adding .310. Pair of homers. He's driven in 9 on the season. Leads the Gulls with 7 doubles. First pitch to him. Curve on the outside corner for strike one. Nick King, the starter in right field tonight, has been splitting playing time. Several goal outfielders as the pitch is in there for a strike. Nothing in 2 though. Cal Conley is day-to-day, so Joey Manning getting the start in left field tonight. Manning and Santamaro often split time and right. The pitch as outside, ball 1. Crowd still filling in here at Cardines Field, now about 1,500 or so strong. May just yet eclipse that 2,000 mark again tonight. At 2,700 fans here on Monday night as the next pitch is a fastball missing low and away. The count's even at 2-2. No runs in for either team. We're here in the last of the second. Got underway on time, right about 6:34. 2-2. A hard hit ground ball through the gap in the right field, a base hit. Santamaro, a one-out single here as the Newport Gulls' second hit of the ball game.
Got a pitch on that inner third of the plate, just dropped the bat head, turned on it. Good piece of hitting there, not trying to do too much with it with 2 strikes. Rip it through the hole on the right side. Good work there by Santamaro.
Jack Murphy had the night off last night in Manchester. He'd catch the first game of the doubleheader here on Monday against Keene. Murphy bats .282, 2 home runs, 11 runs batted in. He's tied for third on the team with Brian Wiegand. 5 doubles for Murphy in the season. Another left-hander. This lefty-heavy lineup for Newport this season. Santamaro leads from first. He's over 3 in stolen bases this season. He dives back to the bag safely. Now he takes off for second as the throw gets away from Zilnicki, and he'll be into second with no throw. It may be we need 3 as the throw from Jocelyn wasn't that far off the bag. It was Zilnicki that couldn't come up with it. And E3 puts Newport Gulls' first runner in scoring position on here for Murphy now.
Yeah, I think that ball might have actually hit Santamaro when he dove back into the bag, caused it to get away. Saw one of the replays there that looked like it may have been the case, but either way, Zilnicki is saddled with the error.
Jack Murphy stands in, waits the first pitch to him from Jocelyn. From the stretch, low at the belt. Here it is. Swinging a pop-up left side. Jim Wood, the left fielder, giving chase. Still giving chase in front of the bullpen. It drops next to him and falls. Santamaro running third. He will be waved home. The throw to the plate, cut off, and the Newport Gulls lead 1-0 on what will be an RBI double by Jim Murphy as Jim Wood just misplayed that ball in left field. It dropped behind him, allowing Murphy to get to second on the RBI double, scoring Santamaro. Newport Gulls lead at 1-0.
Yeah, not sure what happened there. Perhaps he was fearing the bullpen when he got down there. Saw a lot of the Blue Sox pitchers start to scatter. Perhaps when he heard footsteps, he thought it was going to be closer to the bullpen than it was. Just overran that baseball. And now it looks like our home plate umpire, John Keegan's going to go down there and back the pitchers up.
Yeah, they are a little bit too close. Both the Gulls and the Blue Sox pitchers are. And those benches are just a couple feet off the foul line down there. So we'll have a momentary pause here as the umpire continues to walk all the way down to the bullpen. He's going to wait down there a minute. And he's making a shoe motion with his arm, trying to scatter all the pitchers back.
Why not do that before the pitch? Why wait until it's an issue with a ball like that where it was apparent that Wood had, felt the motion of the bullpen? It's interesting that he overran it because of that. I mean, maybe he thought it was going to be, like I said, into the bullpen area since he felt the movement down there.
And Keegan is making him move the benches and everything back. He's still down there. As if you're watching on team, you can see it on one of our cameras getting a shot of it. The players are standing there with the bench. I don't think they understood it. Now they throw the bench down, and they're not too happy with Keegan. And Keegan just gave him a warning.
I think that was Brandon H. who dropped the bench. Not sure if he gave him a warning or just a stern point to put him in his place.
They've got the bench so far back now that, that's actually in the throwing area of the bullpen, and Gulls pitching coach Scott Virgilak is having a few words with Keegan, who shrugs his shoulders as they walk back. I've never seen an umpire go down to the bullpen like that here at Cardines Field. That's one of the quirks of the ballpark. We've got shared dugouts on the first base side and shared bullpen up that third base line, and that's one of the part of playing here at Cardines. Is those players are right on that foul territory area. That's something usually that isn't a problem here. But today, Keegan, the home plate umpire, addressing it sternly.
Yeah, he will have none of that. Not on his watch.
So, a runner at second for Joey Manning. He's at .232, two homers, 6 runs driven in. From the stretch, Jocelyn, the pitch. Swinging a broken back grounder up the middle. The shortstop stabs it, throws to first in time, 2 away as Santamaro advances to third.
Yeah, interesting there. The handle was left at home plate in the barrel. It's a good thing they have the high net all the way around here at Cardines. The barrel cleared the hard chain link fence, just caught the net as probably 3/4 of the bat splintered off towards the fence.
Those maple bats continue to be a problem in the world of baseball. Now Kyle Road is average up to 167, up about 70 points from where it was just a week ago. A homer, 4 runs batted in. 3 doubles and a triple. Almost hit for the cycle last night in Manchester. It was a home run shy.
It's in the leadoff spot last night. Able to score 3 runs and steal a bag as well.
He loses the bat, and no, he holds on to the bat. He hit the ball foul off the left side. That ball was pinwheeling off towards Scott Virgilak, third base coach's box. It looked like he lost the bat at first. He held on, though. Runner at third is Jack Murphy, 1-0 Gulls, looking for more here in the second. Back-to-back hits allowed Murphy to Santamaro to score. He puts the butt up the third base line. It's a beauty. A run scores, and there's no throw. An RBI bunt single for Kyle Road. Road with a surprise bunt. Hit it right up the third base line. Nowak wasn't ready for it as he was holding the runner on at third. By the time he charged in, Road was already at first base. He just ate the ball.
Yeah, Kyle Road, great speed and able to just put that one perfectly down the line, realizing that Nowak was playing very deep with 2 outs. As you said, no play. At least he made the smart play, put it in his back pocket, didn't try to make a wild throw down to first.
Now Road dives in safely at first as Jocelyn checks on him. Road, the speediest goal, able to pull off the Newport Gulls' first bunt single of the season. There's Taylor Meehan, leadoff man, takes the first pitch, strike 1. Fouled out as last time, and one was a spectacular play by Nowak. Newport leads 2-0 in the second. 3 hits in the inning. 2 down for Meehan from the stretch. Jocelyn, his pitch. Hit on the ground to the left side and through for a base hit. Road stops at second. He was running on the play.
Yeah, I don't think Kyle Road ever saw the baseball. He slid into second, pop-up slide. Unable to pick it up, perhaps. I don't know if he could have gotten to third. Jim Wood does have a pretty good arm out there, and you don't want to kill a rally before it can start.
Very quickly, Darryl Morhart makes his way from the dugout as Brandon Jocelyn has allowed now 4 hits here in the second. A single, an RBI double, an RBI bunt single for Kyle Road, and now a single through the left side for Meehan. Heart of the order due up next for the Newport Gulls, and the Blue Sox don't want to let this one get away.
And the thing is with Brandon Jocelyn, he can pitch through this. We saw him do it in Manchester after giving up 3 runs in the first, 8 scoreless after that. But you don't want the hole to get too big, especially against a team like Newport who can absolutely pour it on, coming off of another big win last night, 11-0 against the Manchester Silkworms.
Jet Butler bats 178, no homers, 4 runs batted in, 0 for 1 in this ball game. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Runners at first and second, 2 down for Newport. Meehan leads off at first. Kyle Road from second. Road picked up his 5th RBI of the season. Murphy earlier picked up his 12th. Good for third on the team. Jocelyn checks the runner and fires. Time is called as the pitch comes in. And Butler asking for time very late there, granted by John Keegan. So 0-1 remains the count on Jet. That's his real name, folks, J-E-T-D.
I think it might be my favorite name in the NECBL, Jet Butler.
The 0-1. Taken outside, 1-1 the count. Must be one of those common names I get, common questions I get asked is that Jet's real name? Jet? Yes, it is. That's what it says on the roster. 2 on, 2 out. The 1-1 delivery coming. Instead, Jocelyn steps off and will wait for Road to get back to the bag at second. Jocelyn has a very low stretch position below the belt. Starts high at his chin. The 1-1. Breaking balls on the outside part of the plate for strike 2. Ryan Wiegand waits on deck here with 2 outs. Chet Butler, now a week back from his injury that sidelined him for 2 weeks. Awaits the 1-2 delivery. Here it comes. Swing a hard hit ground ball, chopped foul off the first base side. It hit the dirt right in front of the plate, slowed it down a lot. It's a bounce towards the Blue Sox dugout. A ball and 2 strikes remains the count on Butler. Runners lead at first and second, 2-0 Gulls. Here in the second, Jocelyn ready. The pitch, swing a foul to the left and out of play, and Butler fighting a few off here.
Yeah, nice at bat being put on here by Jet Butler. We saw Mike Tamsen have a good battle before flying out and a hard hit shot to start this inning. Never a bad idea to make a picture work out there on the hill, and the Gulls are doing that here in the second.
Once again, Brandon looks in and gets the signs from Killeen. From the stretch, the 1-2 pitch. Fastball misses low and inside. Counts even on Butler. Road at second, and an RBI bunt single. Meehan at first, who singled. 4 hits in the inning for Newport. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a drive, well hit to center, but now the center fielder comes in and will make their catch. Alex Hilliard started to go back first as that ball sounds very good off the bat, but it died out there, and Hilliard brings it in for the other, retires the side, but not before. The Newport Gulls score twice here in the second, take a 2-0 lead, and after 2, Newport Gulls 2, Holyoke Blue Sox nothing on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Third we go here at Cardines Field. Jared Prince has a 2-0 lead to work with as the Newport Gulls defensively gets set to take on the Holyoke Blue Sox. Jeremy Nowak, number 9, man the lineup. Then the top of the order 2 up for Holyoke. I'm Nick Lima, joined by Dan Sturdivant here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. The second and final meeting of these two teams in the NECBL regular season. Nowak batting at third base for the first time this season for the Blue Sox. Has made a pretty good play to lead off the ball game back in the first inning. Batting 161, no homers, 5 runs batted in. He's lead the team with 16 strikeouts though. There's a triple in the season, no doubles. Takes the first pitch, fastball up and away from Prince. Ball and no strikes on Nowak. The next delivery from Prince working quickly is about the same location, 2-0.
Jeremy Nowak, a phenomenal athlete from Stony Brook. He pitched and played outfield there, was called on to play third for about the first quarter of the season until Shevishimo arrived.
2-0 is fouled to the left, strike 1. Ball pinballs its way around the architecture here at Cardines Field. It's like a carom off a post that holds up the roof, then hit a pole, and then bounce off the backstop, and then hit the ground. 2-1, now a foul off to the left, and that one bounces around. Makes contact with about 4 or 5 pieces of woodwork. I know specifically, folks, it hit off the net, bounced onto the fence, hit off a drainage ditch on the ground, bounced back, hit the screen, it hit the wooden plank, and then hit the ground again. Before it was fielded by the third base coach, Dan Brooks. Next pitch is outside, and the count's worked full.
First time a Blue Sox hitter has worked a full count. First time anyone's even gotten to a 3-ball count against Prince.
He's had a pair of 2-2 counts. The next pitch, swing and a miss, he got him. Third strikeout for Jared Prince, his first since the first inning. Nowak goes down by way of the K, his team leading 17th strikeout of the season. Now Peter Fatse.
Fatse had the infield single to start this ball game. Ball that kicked off the glove of Mike Tamsen into shallow left field. He was left at third base, so was the Blue Sox stranded runners at second and third.
Starting his third game of the season tonight. Next pitch, outside ball one. As the lights come on here at Cardine, still under overcast skies as some clouds pass briskly by. Some sunny skies overhead, though. The 1-0. The ground ball bounced it through the gap and left side, a base hit.
And Peter Fonse didn't have a hit in his first 2 outings for the Blue Sox. Got his first in the Holyoke uniform last night. The RBI triple, now has 2 to start the ball game here. He's a good guy to have on base. Hasn't stolen the bag yet since joining the Blue Sox, but was 19 for 19 in his collegiate year at UConn. So keep an eye on him, see if he's on the move.
Jim Wood to bat now. He's 1 for 1. Single in the first, was stranded at second when the Blue Sox stranded 2 on in scoring position. First pitch is outside, ball 1. Prince continuing to try to work that outside corner, but consistently just off the plate. That wind is still howling out there. Trees moving from left to right. A lot of trees dot the outfield fences here. The pitch, swinging a hard shot off the bat to right field. It's going to carry him off the wall, bounce around, heading into third and being held there as the throw comes into the infield is Fatse. Jim Wood is 2 for 2 with a stand-up double.
Well, Wood has just been killing the baseball as of late with his 2 hits tonight. Is 12 of his last 27 on average, well over 400. That's his 4th double in the stretch, and thought maybe Fonse would be sent home there, but a nice job by Rode to play that off the carom. Hit high off the wall. It came down and went to his left, but did well to collect it and fire it into the infield. So the Blue Sox will try and keep the tying runs in scoring position with the meat of the order coming up.
For the second time in the ball game, Blue Sox have runners at second and third with 1 out, and once again it's Fatse and Wood. The ball was a laser. Went out there very quickly. That probably kept the runner from scoring. First pitch, fastball in the outside corner for strike 1 to Corey Jones. He bounced into a fielder's choice in the first. So 5 hits now off of Jared Prince. No runs as of yet. He has 3 strikeouts. Got a big double play in the second inning. The 0-1. Breaking ball is outside, 1-1. That ball from Wood was just rocketed. It hit that fence almost instantaneously after being hit off the bat.
Yeah, he's been swinging the hottest bat in the lineup. He was over his first 7 in the NECBL, but as soon as he got his bat going, he's really figured things out.
Prince working out of the windup here with 2 runners on scoring position. He kicks and delivers. Check swing, he went around for a strike 2. Jones leading the team in average at .328 coming into this one. For his first home run of the season, he has 8 runs batted in. Tying run in scoring position for the Holyoke Blue Sox. A 1-2 pitch from Jared Prince. Swinging a ground ball, bounce to third. Tamsen has it, throws to home for the tag out. And the inning's second out.
Not sure what the thought process is on that one. The only place the infield was in was at third base. That's the only place you shouldn't be running on a ground ball in the infield. The other 3 back all the way around, and the Blue Sox trying to run themselves out of a bit of a rally here.
A 5-2 fielder's choice keeps the Blue Sox off the scoreboard here in the third, as Tamsen did an excellent job to get that one to Murphy at the plate, who reacted quickly and applied the tag about a foot in front of the plate. So down runners at first and second as Jones and Wood lead off. Sean Killeen, a strikeout victim his last time. Prince struck out 2 to end the first and end the threat of the Blue Sox in the first inning. Prince now from the stretch, the pitch. Fastball in there for a strike. 0-1. Jared making his first start of the season, his 3rd relief appearance overall, including a couple innings of work against Team China. Yet to allow a run. The 0-1. Almost hits him inside. A throw down to second, and they don't have him. Very close play as Murphy reacted quickly to try and catch Wood napping off the bag, but he dove in a headfirst slide safely back at second base.
Yeah, nice strong throw there from Murphy, willing to show off the gun. Tried to strike down to second. I thought for a second he might have Wood.
Butler came in to cover and was just late with the tag. The 1-1 delivery to the plate. Curveball He went around for strike 2. Tried to check the swing again. 1-2 on Killeen. Danny Brown on deck here, but there are 2 outs, 2 on, no runs in yet for the Blue Sox. Jared Prince trying to keep it that way. He looks in, gets the signs from Murphy from the stretch. The 1-2 pitch coming to the plate. Outside and chase on another curveball. Counts 2-2. Killeen 10 walks on the season, second on the team in average at .321. Extra base power with 4 doubles and 2 triples. The 2-2. A ground ball bounced to third. Tamsin has it on 2 hops. Throws across to first in time for the out that retires the side. Once again, the Blue Sox waste a pair of hits here in the third. They strand 2 runners. They've left 4. We play 2.5 from Cardines Field. Gulls 2, Blue Sox nothing on the NECBL Broadcast Network. We go to the last of the third here in Newport, Rhode Island. Heart of the order due up for the Newport Gulls. Wiegand, Gregory, and Tamsin to face Brandon Jocelyn. Around the league tonight, Manchester's at Lowell, underway at 6:30. North Shore Navigators at Danbury, underway about 20 minutes ago at 7 p.m. Keene Swamp Bats playing at the Pittsfield Dukes in interleague play, 7 o'clock start time. Torrington's at Vermont, 6:30 start time there. North Adams at Sanford. Had a rain delay. They should be getting underway in about 10 minutes if things stay on schedule and the showers hold off. So all teams in interleague action tonight. And all teams should be playing, unless there are other rainouts we haven't heard of yet. Last night, North Shore over Lowell 7-3 in Northern Division action. The Sanford Mainers defeated the Vermont Mountaineers 9-4. Newport Gulls again shut out the Manchester Silkworms 11-0, one of the most impressive performances of the season as a team for Newport. Very effective pitching, effective offense, of course, and solid defense as well. Keene Swamp Bats squeaked by the Holyoke Blue Sox 8-7. Pittsfield Dukes over the Danbury Westerners, another 1-run ball game, 9-8. Danbury continues their slide. They're now 4-18 on the season, 9 games out of first place in the NCBL South. Pittsfield, with a win, stayed a game back of Newport. First pitcher Ryan Wiegand is in the dirt, ball 1. Wiegand, a single as last time, after going hitless last night in Manchester, and the Gulls' 17-hit thwomping of the Silkworms. Wiegand came in at 243. A pair of homers, he's driven in 11. Fastball is high for ball 2. Wiegand, one of the more patient batters you'll ever see at the plate. One of the league leaders in walks last season, the 2-0 pitch. Outside, ball 3. This season he hasn't fared so well at the plate. He struggled early, while his average has been climbing steadily. Had a 4-for-4 performance a few nights ago. The 3-0. Taking all the way, it's a strike on the outside corner. 3 balls, 1 strike to count on Ryan. How often do you see that 3-0 pitch in there for a strike?
Way more often than not, especially with a guy like Johnson who doesn't walk a lot of batters as it is.
The 3-1's in there for strike 2, and from 3-0, he's worked the count full. Wiegand disagreed with the call, had a word for John Keegan. Only 8 walks in the season. 21 strikeouts to Jocelyn. He's yet to fan a batter in this game, all walk 1. The payoff pitch. A foul off the left side. Karen was off the screen. Bounces towards the on-deck circle. Wiegand, 3 doubles. Trying to get hot with the bat yet again. It's a traditional motion where he pinwheels the bat in wide stance in the left-hand batter's box. The 3-2 pitch. Ball 4 up and away. A leadoff walk is issued to Wiegand here in the third. The Newport Gulls have had a base runner in each inning thus far. They had a single in the first. They scored 2 runs in the second inning on 4 hits. Now a walk here for Wiegand. A couple of hot hitters coming up in Alex Gregory and Mike Tamsin. Gregory batting .272. Offensive leader for Newport with 5 homers, 19 runs batted in. Jocelyn fires the first pitch in there for strike 1 as Gregory goes around.
Jocelyn, yet to give up a home run this season. He's allowed 4 doubles. Well, he's allowed 1 home run, actually. Stand corrected. Next pitch, swung on, hit in the air to center. Hilliard goes to his left and makes the catch for the inning's first out.
Well, Alex Hilliard's been busy so far tonight. Third ball has been hit his way. You mentioned the 1 home run given up by Johnson. It was on a rain-shortened ball game back on June 10th against the Vermont Mountaineers. Alan Oakes, a right-handed batter, hit one a long way over 415 to right center field at Recreation Park in Montpelier. That was not a cheap home run by any stretch of the imagination. Got all of that ball, and it's the only earned run that he allowed in that one. The game, the Blue Sox lost 3-0.
First pitch of Mike Thompson is low and away, ball 1. Alex Gregory now over his last 9. Thompson a fly out to center his last time, as his average back up to 452. Went for the league lead. Next pitch is outside. 2-0 on the goal third baseman, who's been solid defensively. He committed 2 errors last night in the game against Manchester. That's after going perfect in his previous 11 starts at third. 2-0 pitch, swung on and line in left center field. Is going to drop in for a base hit. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. Ryan Wiegand round second. He's going to hit third. He will be waved home. The throw to the plate is not in time. It gets away. Thompson breaks for third, and he's going to be safe there. It'll be an RBI double for Mike Thompson as that ball rolled all the way to the wall. It was hit very hard off the bat as it dropped in and bounced up to the wall. By the time it was recovered, Wiegand was rounding third in scoring.
Yeah, I think that one will likely be scored double E6. It was just an ill-advised throw by Peter Fonse. He came up firing, though Sean Killeen was standing in front of home plate with his arms up, telling him to hold on to the baseball. That's an unearned run thus far across the plate. Now the Blue Sox infield will have to come in.
First pitch to Santamaro is hit deep to center. Hilliard going over to his right. He'll make the catch on the run. Thompson tags from third. The throw to the plate is not in time. Sac fly RBI for Nick Santamaro, who knocks in his first run of the ball game. The Newport Gulls lead 4-0.
Well, just good execution there by Santamaro. He knows all he has to do is hit a fly ball. Able to plate another run for the Gulls, and it's just a good approach and good execution there by the right fielder for the Gulls.
Throw came in front of home plate. It was blocked by Killeen. Got by him to the backstop. Santamaro now into the double digits, has his 10th run batted in of the season. Jack Murphy, an RBI double his last time. Stands in now from the left side, and the base is empty. 2 runs in quickly for the Gulls. The pitch, and therefore a strike.
4 runs allowed so far by Johnson, already the most he's allowed in any ball game this year. The right-hander has gotten himself into trouble earlier, as we mentioned with the Manchester game, and able to work through it. He's a veteran on the hill, and he pitches.
Next pitch, fastball in there for a strike 2. 2 outs here. Murphy quickly in the hole, 0-2. So we get the official word on the scoring here in the third. There'll be an RBI double for Thompson, who picks up his 6th of the season, as he went to third on the error from the shortstop. So when Thompson crossed the plate in the sacrifice fly, that will be an unearned run. So 1 run earned, 1 run not earned. The pitch, swing a drive in the right. This is going to drop in for a base hit. Murphy is 2 for 2 as a single, and all of a sudden the Newport Gulls have more offense going here in the third inning.
Yeah, very dangerous team. And Brandon Johnson, the guy, is around the strike zone a lot. The Gulls are swinging the bats and making solid contact. And though he is a horse, the kind of guy who can get into and out of trouble a lot. It'll be interesting to see how long the leash will be on him. The lead already at 4 runs for Newport.
They had 17 hits last night, already 7 hits in this one now. They've scored twice here in the third. Started with a leadoff walk issued to Ryan Wiegand, who had a good at-bat against Jocelyn. A fly out to center for Gregory, an RBI double for Timms, and he went to third on error by the shortstop, Fatse. Sac fly to center for Santamaro, a single for Murphy, and the first pitch is inside, ball 1 to Joey Manning, who bounced to short his last time. Manning at 232, 2 homers, 6 runs batted in. So the Gulls seem to get 1 hit and then just keep them coming after that. The 1-0, breaking ball, inside, ball 2. College Road to follow. Jocelyn, the right-hander out of Yale University. Now out 6 doubles in the season, 2 in this ball game. From the stretch, the 2-0. Hit on the ground, rolling softly to the shortstop. He has it, flips to second the easy way for the fielder's choice. That retires the side, but not before the Newport Gulls score 2 more times here in the third. We're through 3 from Cardines Field. Gulls 4, Blue Sox nothing on the NACBL Broadcast Network. Four nothing Newport Gulls lead the Holyoke Blue Sox. We head to the 4th inning. Here to take you with the play-by-play. Welcome back to Cardines Field to Dan Sturdivant.
Thank you very much, Nick. And as we head to the 4th inning, the Blue Sox got their work cut out for them. Trail 4-0 here on the road. And a very different scenario from the first time these two teams met. First time back at McKenzie Stadium in Holyoke. The Gulls were in the midst of a 6-game losing streak, and Holyoke was on the first leg of their 4-game win streak and part of 7 out of 8 victories. And tonight, Holyoke comes in losers of their last 4. The Gulls have won 7 of their last 8. Really swinging the bats well and laying the wood to Brandon Jocelyn thus far. Able to collect 4 runs through just 3 innings of work. And now the Blue Sox will try and get something going against Jared Prince, who's been impressive, able to work into and out of some trouble. Had runners on the corners with 1 out in the first. Then it was 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs. A pair of strikeouts ended that threat. Had a double play behind him in the 2nd after a leadoff single. Then was able to leave runners at 1st and 2nd after having 2nd and 3rd. And nobody out. First pitch cut on and missed by Danny Brown, the designated hitter, over the top of a breaking ball from Prince. That's been his best pitch tonight. The fastball is what's been hit by the Blue Sox. Breaking ball has not. Comes inside with a fastball, misses down and in, even the count at 1-1. Brown struck out looking to end the first inning. Left runners on the corners. The Blue Sox have stranded 4 through 3 innings. Now the off-speed offering misses high and outside. It's now 2-1 to the Oklahoma State corner infielder. He's the DH tonight. Started at first base last night up in Keene. 1 for 4 with a 2-run homer. Now takes the 2-1 offering, well high and outside, 3-1. Just the second 3-ball count of the night for Jared Prince. The other was Jeremy Nowak to lead off the 3rd inning. Ended up coming back to strike him out. The wide in the deal, the pitch is just a bit low and inside. Brown thought it may have been a strike, it is not. He hesitated in the batter's box. First free pass issue by Jared Prince, and the leadoff man aboard for the 3rd time in 4 innings for the Blue Sox. Brown not much of a threat to steal. Coach Darryl Morehart does like to play games with base runners. See if he'll have Brown on the move. And Hilliard's been swinging a hot bat and does make good contact most of the time. First pitch is swung and grounded back to the mound. 1, and the throw gets away to second. They don't have the out at either bag. Very interesting play. E1 is the call. Looked to be a tailor-made 1-6-3 as he turned to second base. The throw went over the head of the shortstop Butler, who was covering. Taylor Meehan was backing up the play. He actually caught the ball just shy of the outfield grass. Made a throw to first, but he couldn't get the speedy Alex Hilliard. The first mistake made by the Newport Gulls tonight. And the error puts runners at 1st and 2nd with nobody out, and John Zilnicki walking to the plate. Zilnicki grounded into a 6-3 double play in his only at-bat. He is not showing bunt, takes a fastball outside, 1-0. Still plenty of time left in this one should the Blue Sox elect to play small ball. Zilnicki has laid down 2 sacrifice bunts so far this year. Swinging a ground ball foul outside the 3rd. Behind 3rd base coach Dan Brooks, and it evens the count at 1-1. That's the first error of the ball game for the Gulls. The Blue Sox have committed 2. Now Prince's 1-1 offerings, a breaking ball in there for a strike, 1-2. Ken Gregory, the right fielder, is on deck. Barring the double play, Jeremy Nowak, the 3rd baseman, will get a shot here. Third time the Blue Sox have had multiple base runners with less than 2 outs. 1-2 is swung on a chop towards the hole on the left side. That's going to find its way into left field. They're going to hold Brown at third to load the bases with nobody out. And suddenly the Blue Sox will walk the tying run to the plate here in the visitors' fourth.
Well, now Jared Prince, who has pitched upwards of 8 scoreless innings thus far this season for the Newport Gulls, 8 2/3 to be exact, is in danger of giving up his first run of the season.
Well, he's been in trouble before. And now Scott Virgilak's going to walk out and have a conversation with his right-hander. Curious to see if there'll be any action in the bullpen for either squad, as Jocelyn has been in some trouble tonight, giving up 4 runs, 3 of which are earned. And now the right-hander Prince, who, as we mentioned, had runners at second and third in the first inning and got out of it. Gave up a leadoff base hit in the second, got out of that with a double play. Last inning, after striking out Nowak to start the inning, a single and a double from Fonse and Wood, able to cut down the runner Fonse at the plate on the ground ball by Corey Jones. Then induces the ground ball from Killeen to leave runners at first and second and end that threat. This is the best chance the Blue Sox have had all night. Bases are loaded, nobody is out. Danny Brown walked, Alex Hilliard reached on the error by Prince, and John Zilnicki, a seeing eye single through the left side. They have put the bases full for Ken Gregory, who is swinging the bat better as of late. He's been making good contact for the last week or so, hitting a lot of atom balls. Last night, hit one over the fence in Keene and also had a triple. First pitch to him is swung on and hit in the air down the left field line and shallow. Joey Manning moving over towards the line, now back to his left, makes the catch. Brown bluffs the tag. It's a strong throw to the plate. Not hit deep, and interesting to note, I think it's the wind that's playing plenty of tricks with the baseball. We saw Wood overrun a ball down the left field line. Manning almost did the same, had to come back towards fair territory to make the grab for the first out.
The weather report has the wind out of the south-southwest, but just looking at the flag, you can tell it's pretty variable. So it's just swirling around in the basin here at Cardenas Field, as the area is known. Only about a block away from the water, so we've got the sea breeze coming in off the third baseline and the regular winds in the area just coming in on the first base side.
So 1 pitch and 1 out to Ken Gregory. Now Nowak swings at the first pitch he sees, comes up empty. Jeremy got his team high 17th strikeout in his first at bat, has grounded into 1 double play this year. The infielders play back all the way around for the double play and try and get out of this without allowing a run. Pitch is swung and lined into left field. That's going to play at least one. Brown is in to score. They're waving home Hilliard. Manning's throw is cut off by the third baseman Tamsin. It's a 2-run single by Jeremy Nowak, and the Blue Sox have cut the Gulls lead in half here in the fourth. Great piece of hitting there by Nowak after looking pretty bad in his first at bat. Swung over the top of a breaking ball there, but then gets an 0-1 fastball. Hits it where it was pitched, lines it the other way, picks up 2 RBI. That now gives him 7 on the season. 5 of his 7 have come on 2 swings. A 2-run single there, also had a bases clearing double earlier in the season. Now back to the top of the order for Peter Fonse. First and second, still just 1 down here in the frame. Blue Sox now the tying run on base. First pitch to Fonse is high and outside, 1-0. Peter is 2 for 2 tonight. A pair of singles through that hole on the left side. He's been able to find that area between Tamsin and Butler so far tonight. Zelnicki leads from second, Nowak from first. The 1-0 is inside as Murphy tries to frame that one back over the inside edge.
No action for the Gulls in the bullpen. Brandon Ake is throwing for Holyoke, though.
H was used for 2/3 against Sanford 2 nights ago. The 2-0 catches the inside corner. Looked pretty similar to the last pitch. This one gets the call, and it's 2-1. So Peter Fonse, who was making his 3rd start for the Blue Sox. All 3 in the leadoff hole. The pitch down and inside, 3-1 now. Fonse runs very well.
Radar remains clear as the showers continue off towards our north. Folks, if you're interested, we're under a high surf advisory here in Newport with all this wind today.
The 3-1 is in there for a strike over the outer third. Load the count full at 3-2. Still just 1 out in the frame. It's John Zilnicki at second, Jeremy Nowak at first, and the ever-dangerous Jim Wood in the on-deck circle. First things first with Fonse. Prince comes set. Runners go. The 3-2 pitch is hit into shallow right field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Rounding third is John Zilnicki. Heading to third is Nowak. A perfectly executed hit and run with 1 out and a full count. Peter Fatse delivers his 3rd single of the ball game, his 2nd RBI of the season. It's now a 1-run ball game with Jim Woods coming to the plate.
Back-to-back singles, drive in 3 here for the Blue Sox. And that will get him working in the Holyoke bullpen. Prince has not gone better than 4 innings yet this season in one straight stretch. So he may not be in this game much longer, particularly if the Blue Sox keep hitting here.
Well, Jim Woods, a guy who's been hitting since that 0 for 7. He's 2 for 2 tonight. Sets him at 12 for 27. 3 homers, 4 doubles, 10 RBI. First pitch is swung and drilled at the shortstop. Taylor made double play ball 6-4-3, and the double play. Prince gives a fist pump as he walks off the field. Gets out of another jam, but not before the Blue Sox strike for 3 and cut the lead to just a single run here in the 4th. 4-3 Gulls. We head to the bottom of the 4th, and you're listening on the NECBL Broadcasting Network. Welcome back to Cardines Field. Dan Sturdivant alongside Nick Lima as we head to the bottom of the 4th. It'll be 9-1-2. Kyle Rowe, Taylor Meehan, and Jet Butler to face Brandon Jocelyn. Out for his 4th inning of work here tonight in Newport. His shortest outing of the season, with the exception of the rain-shortened ball game, was 6 2/3 in a ball game he did not receive a decision back on June 21st in Holyoke, a game that they won on a Jim Wood walk-off single against the All-Americans. His other 2 starts that he had a chance, he threw 9 innings in both of them. 2 hits, shutout, received a no decision against the All-Americans. He starts Rowe with a fastball that rides inside 1-0. And then the complete game victory in his last outing back on June 27th in Manchester as they knocked off the Silkworms 7-3. Into the line as 1-0 is ripped down the third base line, but foul. Catches the hardwood base of the fence and caroms back out into fair play. Member of the Gulls bullpen tracking that one down, and it evens the count at 1-1.
The last winning ticket was
The Newport center fielder had an RBI bunt single in his first at bat. That play to Jack Murphy, who doubled and moved to third on a throwing error by Peter Fonse, one of 2 errors committed back in that 2nd inning. Excuse me, one of 2 errors committed in the ball game. 1-1 misses down low. It's 2-1 now. 2 balls and a strike to Rode, the center fielder. Third baseman Nowak is even with the bag, honoring the bunt attempt. 2-1 is swung in line right at Nowak, and he makes the stab. Jeremy Nowak having himself a ball game, made the great play climbing the fence in the bottom of the 1st. A 2-run single in his last at bat, and now takes a hit away from Kyle Rowe as he hit that one right on the screws.
The second baseman and top of the batting order.
Able to field his position 5, down there at third.
Taylor Meehan.
More or less spelling the everyday third baseman Shevashima tonight. First pitch to the leadoff man Meehan misses down low, 1-0. Taylor 1 for 2 tonight. Of course, the pop foul that Nowak made the spectacular play on, also singled through the hole on the left side. The 1-0 offering is grounded up the middle. Corey Jones up the middle, dives, can't make a play. Second hit of the night for Taylor Meehan. And the Gulls have a base runner here in the 4th. They've had a base runner in every inning so far tonight.
That's Meehan's 2nd hit of the ball game and his 5th in the last 2 games. He's now 5 for his last 8.
Swinging the bat well, exactly what you want on the top of your order. He and Rode flip-flop from the order last night. His last night, Meehan was 9 and Rode was the leadoff guy. Tonight it's the other way around. Both have appeared to have been effective. They each had 3 hits last night. 3 hits between them tonight. Grounded back to the mound to second for 1. Fonse can't throw it across the bag as he lost it, unable to turn the double play. They get the force out 1-6 to erase Taylor Meehan. Jet Butler takes his place on the fielder's choice. He's at first, and had Fonse been able to get it out of his glove cleanly, Who knows if he's able to turn the double play, but no error rewarded. You can never assume the double plays. There's now 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. Ryan Wiegand, the designated hitter, will stand in now. Member of the Southern Division All-Star team last year. And Mike Coombs went out to have a quick word with Patrick Horrigan.
Number 30.
Perhaps making sure that Peter Fonte ever had control of that ball while he was on the base. And satisfied or not, Coombs returns to the dugout. And there is 2 away in the frame for Wiegand. Butler gets his lead from first. He's held on by John Zilnicki, not wearing the glasses right now. First pitch is a slider, which is just a touch low, and it's 1-0. Singled back in the first inning, walked, and came around to score on the RBI double by Mike Tamsin. Should Wiegand be able to extend this 4th inning, Alex Gregory would get a chance. Fastball offering is outside. It's 2-0 now. Jocelyn retoes the rubber after Wiegand stepped out after the last pitch. Slightly open stance, and Killeen sets up inside. This one is fouled out of play. Over the left field fence. 2 balls and a strike now to Wiegand, the designated hitter tonight. Mentioned his struggles early in the season, but has the average up to 243. Pair of homers, 11 driven in. Has a great eye at the plate. He's drawn 7 walks so far this season. Jocelyn steps off and gives a look over to Butler, does not throw. Jocelyn gets his sign from Sean Killeen, who slides outside. The 2-1 pitch is well outside. 3-1.
I have word out of Pittsfield as the Swamp Bats are going to set to play the Dukes tonight at 7. That game has been postponed there due to rain.
Lucky that we're south of the bad weather here tonight. The Blue Sox make their only trip here to Cardines Field in the regular season. Jocelyn's 3-1 misses low and outside, and Ryan Wiegand has earned his 2nd consecutive walk. Those are the only 2 walks surrendered by Jocelyn. Now he'll have to deal with Alex Gregory with 2 on and 2 out.
Dan, and do you remember the Irish fans from last season?
The Irish? I think I do. They're coming back.
They're down the left field line. You can hear them in our effects microphone.
Scary stuff in Newport. Daryl Moorhart is paying a visit to Brendan Jocelyn on the hill. Sean Killeen in on the conversation, as well as John Keegan will now make the slow walk out to the mound and try and stop the convo. With Taylor Meehan's hit in this frame, the Newport Gulls have had a hit in every inning thus far against Brendan Jocelyn. Unable to score in the first, got 2 runs in each of the 2nd and 3rd innings. In a ball game it felt like Newport might run away with. The Blue Sox able to strike for 3 in the top of the 4th, however, and make it a ball game once again. And Newport looking for more here with 2 on and 2 out as Alex Gregory, the first baseman, digs in. First pitch is a slider in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Gregory, the first baseman's 0 for 2 tonight, grounded out to the shortstop Fonse and flew to the center fielder Hilliard. Big RBI opportunity here. The guy who leads the Gulls and runs driven in with 19. The 0-1 slider called, strike 2. Perfect pitch there from Brandon Jocelyn. Knee high outside corner. Gregory can't believe it. He drops the bat, kind of slumps his shoulders and pays John Keegan a stare down. Now we'll step back into the batter's box, down on the count 0-2. Jocelyn looking for his first strikeout tonight. Comes to the low set, a look to second, the pitch. 3/4 check swing, they'll appeal to the field. No, he didn't. Interesting there, when you see the home plate umpire, he pointed out immediately to the field. I thought he was calling the swing on his own. Daryl Moorhart apparently thought he had a good view of that one, thought that Gregory went around. He has some words for Keegan. Saw Coach Moorhart get into it with Rick Forrest last night against the Keene Swamp Bats. Earned a warning in that one. 1-2 misses well low and outside. Even the count at 2-2 now on Gregory. And interesting there, as I look down on my scorecard, I'm caught napping, as are the Blue Sox. As Jet Butler takes third on the throw back to the mound. He'll be credited with a stolen base. So good heads-up base running there. Get himself just 90 feet away with 2 down. Now pass ball, wild pitch, complete the 5th run of the ball game for the Gulls.
And Butler's second stolen bag of the season. He's now 2 for 2.
Time is called at home plate. Very different styles between these two teams. With that stolen base, the Gulls are now 10 of 16 on the season. And the Blue Sox came into the game 43 of 58 stealing bases. The 2-2 pitch is swung in line off the mound. It's fielded by the shortstop, Fonzie. The Blue Sox catch a break as that one kicked sky high after hitting the rubber. A lucky break. That one could have just as easily skipped into center field, but the Blue Sox get out of the inning unscathed as the Gulls strand runners on the corners. We head to the 5th inning. It's 4-3. The Gulls lead the Blue Sox. You're listening on the NECBL's Broadcasting Network. Welcome back to Cardines Field. It's 4-3 Gulls as we head to the 5th inning. Jared Prince has surrendered his first earned and unearned runs in this ball game. The 3 overall allowed, 2 of which were earned last inning on 3 hits and a walk. Corey Jones, first ball swinging, chopped down to first base. It is foul ball. Jones has grounded into a couple fielders' choices so far tonight. He's reached on both of them. One of them, Jim Wood, was cut down at second. They were unable to turn the double play. The other, a ground ball down to third with just 1 out. They were able to eliminate Mike Tamsel was able to eliminate Peter Fonse, who tried to score on the play. Which now looms pretty large as it's just a 1-run ball game here at Cardines. Prince into the line once again. His 0-1 is a slider, which is low. It kicks off of the catcher Murphy and splits the count even at 1-1. Jones 0 for 2 so far tonight. Average slipping slightly as he's hitting at .328 coming into the ball game. Coming off a nice 3 for 5 performance last night up in Keene. Swings and grounds this one. Great play by Prince. Snares a hot shot up the middle, takes it to the bag and flips underhand to Alex Gregory for the first out of the 5th.
I'll see the replay on that one as Prince just made a reflex grab off the mound. So fast our cameraman barely caught it as he gets Jones in the 1-3 ground out.
Great work there. And more reaction and self-preservation than skill on that one. And a nice play. Just 1 step to his left and takes a hit away from Corey Jones. He'll now deal with Sean Killeen. First ball swing. This one's out toward right center field. Could be tricky, and it drops in for a base hit in front of Nick Santamora. So Sean Killeen is now hit in 9 of the last 10 ball games for the Blue Sox, coming off the 1 for 4 last night. He's now 1 for 3 tonight after his first pitch single.
Well, a hit column had been even at 8. That was the Blue Sox's 9th hit of the ball game.
9 hits, but still trail on the scoreboard where it counts. 4-3 the score here as Dan Brown will dig in. Left-hand hitting designated hitter. First pitch is outside for a ball, 1-0. With that out recorded in the 5th, this is now the longest outing for Jared Prince on the season. Previously, he threw 4 innings back on July 2nd against the Danbury Westerners. This one is swung on and fouled out of play. Third base side, and it's 1-1. That game right here at Cardines against Danbury, that the Gulls won 6-4. He was very impressive in that outing, gave up just 1 hit and struck out 7. So far tonight, he has 3 Ks in the ball game. Hasn't had one since the 3rd. Pitch is in there for a strike. He's up on the count, 1-2. Danny Brown was a strikeout victim looking in his first at bat, walked and scored an unearned run in the 4th. Came in on the 2-run single by Jeremy Nowak. 1-2 pitch is swung, hit hard up into the net. Count will hold at 1-2.
8 singles, 1 double, 1 walk in this one for Prince. His only walk of the season.
Great control guy and pretty utility guy. Plays some outfield as well. Pretty decent hitter. He's at .275 on the season so far.
Began the season as an outfielder. He came in just as a surprise to pitch.
Fastball just a bit outside, 2-2.
I saw him as a reliever in the Team China game. First time we ever saw him pitch. We didn't even know he could pitch. Of course, we looked up his stats after that and found out that he was effective this past spring.
Now the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball stays high and outside. And as a batter at Washington State, can really swing it. 306, 6 homers, 32 driven in. Also had 15 doubles to go with it.
Got some word out of Danbury. North Shore Navigators leading the Westerners 3-1. Top
Runner
of the third.
goes. The ball is flown out to left field. Heading over is Manning. He makes the grab. Killeen will have to head back to the base. Killeen running on the 3-2 pitch. We saw that earlier in the ball game when Peter Fonse was up. Runners at first and second.
Once Danny Brown decided to interrupt me.
The center fielder.
Once again out of
Number 3.
Danbury, Connecticut, the
Alex
North Shore Navigators
Hilliard.
leading the Danbury Westerners 3-1 in the top of the third. North Shore in third place, tied for second actually in ECBL North with Keene, a half a game behind Sanford. Newport plays Sanford here at Cardines on Friday night.
Alex Hilliard stands in and takes a first pitch fastball high and outside, 1-0. Alex is 1 for 2 tonight. Singled in the second, was cut down in the middle of a 6-3 double play. Reached on an error last inning and scored a run. The 1-0 is in there for a strike. Good breaking ball by Prince. Count 1-1. 4-3, the Gulls lead the Blue Sox. They jumped out to a 4-0 lead through 3 innings. With Holyoke able to get 3 last inning. Now with the tying run aboard in the form of Sean Killeen. Big swing and a miss by Hilliard over the top of that breaking ball. And Alex, after having a 6-game hit streak snapped, has hit in the last 3 for the Blue Sox now, including 2 hits in each of the last 2 ball games. Has 1 so far tonight. Breaking ball gets away from the catcher Murphy. Killeen was running on the pitch, and he'll have himself his first stolen base of the season. Sean Killeen ran on the 3-2 pitch to Danny Brown. That was flown to left and now breaks on a 1-2 offering. Count evens at 2-2 now on Alex Hilliard, the Blue Sox everyday center fielder, making his team high 21st start tonight. And the 2-2 pitch is blooped up the right field line, bending foul and out of play towards the concession area. So we'll do the 2-2 once again. Big play there by Sean Killeen to move himself into scoring position with 2 down. Base hit from Alex Hilliard would likely tie this ball game. Killeen, pretty good speed for a catcher. Always have to add that caveat in there. The 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Jared Prince, another fist pump as he gets out of an inning. Heads back to the dugout. That's his 4th K of the ball game. He holds the Blue Sox scoreless in the 5th. We're halfway home in this one. Gulls leading the Blue Sox 4-3, and you're listening on the NECBL's Broadcasting Network. And we're back here at Cardines Field. You just heard a live look into the Twisters and the Vermont Mountaineers.
Number 6.
Back here at Cardines, it'll be Tamsin Santamoro and Murphy to face Brandon Johnson, who's out for his 5th inning of work. The right-hander into the line. The first pitch is a slider that stays outside. 1-0. Tamsin flew to center in his first at bat on a very well-struck ball and then had an RBI double last time he came up. Came around to score an unearned run on the sac fly from Nick Santamoro. The 1-0 fastball's in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Tamsin, top hitter in the NECBL, coming into the night at .452. Has helped that slightly with his 1 for 2 so far. The 1-1 offering, another slider, and again stays outside.
Stay tuned at the end of the 5th. We'll take another live look in, this time as the Northampton Steeplecats take on the Sanford Mariners in Sanford.
Johnson into the line here, the 2-1. Fastball catches the outside third, 2-2.
Newport Gulls go back on the road tomorrow to play the Keene Swamp Bats, who defeated Holyoke last night in a close game. 1-0 against Keene, the only Northern Division team they've defeated yet.
Yeah, the Northern Division pretty dominant the first swing of interleague play. The 2-2 is fouled back to the screen. The North was 26-8 against the South.
Somebody calculated that. Was it you?
Not me. I actually stole that little fact from Tanner Acebo from the Vermont Mountaineers. I trust his figures.
I thought about sitting down and working it all out one day, but then Realized I had to go to work.
The 2-2 is cut on and fouled up into the net once again. In the Blue Sox, we were 5-1 against the South. The only loss they had came against the Torrington Twisters at Mackenzie Stadium. Beat the Gulls, Dukes, Silkworms, Steelcats, and Westerners. Johnson into the line once again. The 2-2 pitch is swung in line softly towards short. It takes a short hop in front of Fonse, turns and fires to first. It is not in time. And you got to give that one a base hit. It would have been an incredible play had Fonse been able to make the play on that. When he tried to backhand it, one of those little backspin line drives in the infield, he smothered it. It kicked off his mitt, and it's an infield single. Second hit of the ball game for the NECBL's leading hitter, Mike Tamsin.
Like I said, tomorrow has had a pretty good night. The sacrifice fly in the third is the difference in this ball game. Single in the second.
He also scored a run. Chance to try and get something started here. Leadoff man aboard for the Gulls. First pitch is swung and grounded towards the right side. Corey Jones Fields goes to second for one. And no chance on the return throw from Fonse. Nice play by Jones going towards the hole. Able to spin back towards second. Throws a little bit low to Fonse, and a good hard clean slide from Tanzen, not allowing the double play. Fielder's choice allows Santamoro to reach for the second time tonight. One down in the frame, and now Jack Murphy, the catcher, will come to the plate. He's seeing the ball well from Brandon Jocelyn tonight. He's 2 for 2. An RBI double as well as a single in this one. Scored a run as well. Came in on the RBI bunt single by Kyle Rode. Another left-handed bat here against the right-hander Jocelyn. Check over at first base on Santamoro. He's back standing. Santamoro was the one who was the benefactor of the throwing error. Initially we thought it was a fielding error by John Zilnicki. It's determined that it was indeed a throwing error as Jocelyn goes over to first again. Because it was the runner Santamoro that broke the play up. No choice but to make it a throwing error on Jocelyn. Can't credit one to Zilnicki. Long set. The pitch is low inside. First pitch of the at-bat, 1-0. Four to 3, the Gulls lead the Blue Sox here in this interleague matchup. The Gulls, top team in the South. The Blue Sox sitting in 5th, 5 games back in the North. Santamoro, good size lead at first. The 1-0 pitch is swung, hit in the air to deep right field. Heading back, looking up is Ken Gregory, and that ball is out of here. Off the top of the building that borders right field. Jack Murphy, what a shot to right field, his third of the season. And the Newport Gulls now own a 6-3 lead.
A bomb by Murphy. Now has 3 runs batted in on the night, 14 on the year. There's a no-doubter. Cleared the fence out there, hitting off a roof beyond the right field fence. Newport Gulls lead much more comfortable once again.
Number 29.
One big swing of the bat right there. Now Daryl Moorhart will step out of the dugout. Not sure if he's going to make the change. He points towards the bullpen, and indeed, he will make a change. And we're going to step away for just a moment here as we find out who the new man is for the Blue Sox. It's 6-3 Gulls, and you're listening on the NECBL Broadcasting Network. Brandon H. takes over on the hill for the Blue Sox. Brandon is 0-1 with a 2.76 ERA. He's making his 7th appearance out of the pen. Has 1 save, 16 1/3 innings pitched, 10 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned. He's walked 8 and struck out 17. Last work 2 nights ago against the Sanford Mainers. He picked up the loss in that one, went 2/3 of an inning, gave up a run on 1 hit, also allowed an inherited runner to score in that one. So a tough outing the last time that he took the mound. Has been one of the more reliable arms out of the pen for the Blue Sox. He'll work with a clean slate. 1 out and nobody on. Joey Manning stepping in. Brandon Joslin gets his shortest outing of the season except for the rain out. H. winds and first pitch fastball misses low outside, 1-0. Jocelyn goes 4 1/3, gives up 6 runs, 5 of them earned on 10 hits. He walked 2 and did not strike out a batter. 1-0 from H is cut on and missed, 1-1. H, fastball, slider, changeup, hard-throwing right-hander from Keene University. From South Amboy, New Jersey, stands at 6'1" and 195. He'll be a senior next season. Works quickly as 1-1 is cut on and missed. There's the breaking ball. Falls off a table and Manning over the top of it. Joey Manning's grounded out to the shortstop, Peter Fonse, twice. First time was for the second out of the second inning. The other time ended the third as Fonse flipped the short way to second, eliminating Jack Murphy to end the third. The 1-2 from H misses low outside, over through a breaking ball, and it's 2-2. H had a very nice season for Keene University. This last year went 7-2 in 19 appearances out of the pen with just a 1.50 ERA. Swing and a miss. He strikes out Joey Manning. First K by Blue Sox pitching tonight. Second out of the inning, and now Kyle Rohn will dig in. An RBI bunt single in the second inning and hit a ball on the screws to the third baseman, Jeremy Nowak, a line shot. 2 down, nobody on. It's 6-3, the Gulls lead. 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 2 so far here in the fifth. H's first pitch, fastball hit him. Or did it go behind him? Kyle Rohn popped up immediately. He's not heading towards first. I guess it went right behind him.
Well, statistician and official scorer Shane Donaldson has done some homework for us. Jack Murphy, 8 for 15 with 5 runs, 12 runs batted in, 4 doubles, 3 home runs in his last 4 games.
That's a nice season for a lot of ball players in the NECBL. A monster week. Now the 1-0 slider's in there for a strike.
His home run, the Newport Gulls team 19th, put them back on top in the league, one ahead of the Keene Swamp Bats, who have 18.
Swamp Bats are able to tie the Gulls with their one last night. Danny Petro, a solo shot. Now the 1-1 showing bunt, and they say he went. John Keegan, a call that honestly seems ill-advised. Looked like it was pretty clear that Rohn had pulled the bat back as he stepped in front of home plate. So a call goes against Newport. That could have just as easily gone for them. And Rhodes down on the count, 1-2 now to H.
There's Cal Connolly, who had a 2-run shot last night in Manchester to give the Gulls their 18th of the season. His first.
Now H into the line, the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And a healthy glare from Kyle Rohn back at John Keegan as he heads to the first base dugout of the Newport Gulls, but the damage done once again. A 2-run homer by Jack Murphy make it 6-3 Newport. We head to the 6th, and you're listening on Team Line, the NECBL Broadcasting Network.
Tonight's to contend.
Welcome back to Cardines Field. Dan Sturdivant alongside Nick Lima. Newport Gulls able to give starter Jared Prince a couple more runs in support. He is in line for the win as he comes out for his 6th inning of work. He's been able to work into and out of quite a bit of trouble in this ball game. Has given up a hit in every inning he's pitched thus far, but runs in only one of those frames. Now batting's a man who was in the middle of that. He singled and scored back in the 4th inning. It's John Zilnicki, Ken Gregory, and Jeremy Nowak. First pitch, check, swing, did he go? They'll peel down to first, and somehow Patrick Horrigan has a look at it to ring up the left-hand swinging Zilnicki.
Got a pair of binoculars in his back pocket.
The 0-1 from Prince is in there for a called strike. It's quickly 0-2. Zilnicki 1 for 2 tonight, grounded into a double play and singled so far in this one. The left-handed outfielder and first baseman from Cortland State chops that one foul off the hardwood on the third base side. Cat will hold it 0-2.
Well, that wind hasn't died down at all. It's still swirling around in the outfield in no particular direction.
As it currently is, it's a hitter's wind kind of blowing out to right field. 0-2 is hit out to left field, coming in and diving in. not making the play is Joey Manning. That would have been a highlight reel catch. Full extension coming in, got the glove on it, just unable to reel it in. He had to go a long way coming in and to his left. It falls in front of him. The leadoff man aboard once again for the Blue Sox. And is the third time they've had the leadoff man now in 6 tries.
Looking at Newport Gulls instant replay, and it appeared that it just popped out of his glove and he trapped it right below his glove.
And then by the time he had stood up in an effort to show the baseball to the umpire, was on the grass behind him. So Nicky leads from first. Ken Gregory, first ball swing, cut right through a fastball. It's 0-1. Coming off his 2 for 3 last night in Keene with a triple and a home run, 3 driven in. He is 0 for 2 so far tonight. Grounded back to the mound in Prince and also flew to the left fielder Manning. Outfield shading slightly the other way for Gregory. It's a fastball. It catches the inside corner. Gregory was sliding the hips back out of the way of that one. It's rung up for a strike by John Keegan, and it's 0-2. He's thrown 6 pitches in this inning, has Prince. They've all been strikes to Zilnicki and Gregory. The 0-2 misses low inside. Good time to waste a pitch. 1-2. 6-3. The Gulls have scored 2 runs 3 separate times in this ball game. Done it in the 2nd, 3rd, and 5th innings. All 6 runs charged to Blue Sox starter Brandon Jocelyn. The 0-2 is ripped and through the hole on the right side. Zilnicki's rounding second. He's going to be waved to third. The throw is going to be to the middle of the infield, and back-to-back hits to start things here, and both coming with 2 strikes on Blue Sox hitters. So I think it's almost officially time to say that Ken Gregory has come out the other side of the tunnel on his slump. At one point he was 0 for 21, 1 for 26, and then 2 for 29, but he's limping at first base, and Coach Morehart's out to look at him.
Meanwhile, Mike Coombs sitting in on the dugout. That's going to do it for Jared Prince. We'll leave this ball game here in the 6th with the tying run at the plate.
Man at the plate is Jeremy Nowak, a man who had a big 2-run single in his last at-bat. And as we await the bullpen mate to join us on the field, we'll step away for a minute here at Cardines Field. Tying runs at the plate for the Blue Sox. 6-3 Newport leads. And you're listening on the NECBL Broadcasting Network. Welcome back to Cardines Field. It's a left-hander on the hill. It's Jeff Brown.
Jeff Brown got a little bit roughed up in Pittsfield a few nights ago. His last relief appearance, where he came into a game, and the Newport Gulls did have the lead in the 7th. Allowed 3 walks, recorded just 1 out. Brown comes in on the season a 9.45 earned run average. 1-1 in 5 appearances. He's pitched 6 2/3 innings, allowing 6 hits, 7 runs, all of them earned. He's walked 6, struck out 4. He's allowed 2 doubles and 1 home run. Opponent's hitting .231 off of Brown. He's thrown a wild pitch and hit a batter.
So the night is over for Jared Prince, but he's not off the hook yet. He can win this game. He cannot lose it. He's responsible for 2 base runners, and the Gulls holding on to a 3-run lead. Prince gives up 11 hits, 3 runs thus far, 2 of which were earned in just over 5 innings pitched. He's walked a man. He's struck out 4. And now he'll ask his bullpen to hold it for him the rest of the way. They're going to have to get the final 12 outs to secure the win for the Gulls. Coming to the ball game winners of 7 of their last 8 and 4 straight. So left-hander Jeff Brown will turn Jeremy Nowak around, the switch-hitting infielder, outfielder, and pitcher. A renaissance man is Nowak, who is available in the bullpen tonight for Holyoke. Don't be surprised if we see him come in to finish this ball game. Though 3 pitchers have saves for Holyoke so far this year, Nowak is the one that if it's a 1-run ball game, the Blue Sox have the lead going into the 9th. He's the one they would like to give the baseball to. And right now he's got the bat in his hands and runners on the corners with nobody out here in the 6th inning. Infield will play a double play depth for the Gulls. They'll trade a run for 2 outs. First pitch is inside. It gets away back to the backstop. So that is a See if that'll be a wild pitch or a pass ball. Wild pitch indeed. So Jeff Brown, you mentioned his control issues. Comes in, throws a wild pitch, and there's a pinch runner on the field. Didn't notice it in the confusion. With the new pitcher coming in, Adam Domino has taken over at second. Now at second base, he advanced on that wild pitch. Domino wears number 28, outfielder from Cortland State. This one is swung on, driven to right center field, moving over towards the wall is Road. That is gone. That left the yard. Unbelievable. A 3-run jack by Jeremy Nowak, and we're tied at 6. I don't believe it. I thought that ball was destined to just hit off the top of the wall, maybe 2/3 the way up, but it leaves and we're tied.
It was crushed by Nowak. The wind didn't hurt as it cleared the fence. All that Road could do was stand at the wall and watch it go by him. And Jeff Brown gets roughed up quickly here again at Cardines Field, and now Jared Prince can't win this game.
So Jared Prince will receive a no decision. Jeff Brown has allowed the Blue Sox to tie this one up, and now Peter Fatse will dig in. He shows bunt, pulls the bat back, but it's a called strike one. Fatse probably sad to see Jared Prince leave the ball game. He was 3 for 3 with 3 singles. Also drove in a run thus far. Brown into the line, pitch cut on and missed. 0-2. So Jeff Brown comes in, throws a wild pitch way inside to Nowak, and then gives up a 3-run homer. So Blue Sox now tied at 6. The 0-2 to Fatse. Breaking ball stays just a bit high to Fatse. Fatse only stands at 5'10 and 170. And breaking ball up and out of the zone. 1-2. Brown gets his sign from Murphy, and the pitch is swung in, drilled to the right side. Great backhand pick by Meehan. He throws to first to get Fatse. First time he's been retired tonight. First out of the 6th inning. A much needed one for the Newport Gulls. Now with Jim Wood coming to the plate, he'll be followed by Corey Jones. Jeremy Nowak having a ball game. He's driven in 5 runs so far tonight. The Blue Sox have tied this game at 6. Wood on the night is 2 for 3, a single, a double, and is grounded into a double play. First ball swing, it's grounded softly towards Meehan at second, moves to his left and makes the routine play. So Jeff Brown had to get the wild pitch and Tater out of his system. Able to get a couple of outs here in the 6th inning.
Another update out of Danbury. North Shore Navigators now lead the Westerners 7-1, top of the 5th inning.
Corey Jones will dig in. The second baseman from Cal State Fullerton is 0 for 3 tonight. Reached on a pair of fielder's choices and is grounded back to the mound. It was a great play. Turned in by Jared Prince, reaching to his left to rob Jones of a hit. Shows bunt, drags it down the first base line, but it's spinning foul and will be touched up by Brown in foul ground. 0-1.
Newport Gulls had won 4 straight before falling to Pittsfield at Wacona Park on July 5th. Newport starter Chad Arnold went 6 strong innings, allowing just 2 runs. The Gulls took a 4-2 lead into the 7th, but it was a combination of Jeff Brown and Robert Morey that allowed 4 Pittsfield runs across the plate. They went on to win the game 6-4. Since then, Newport has won 3 straight. Again, Mike Coombs' confidence in the bullpen was shaken in that game. He has not really gone to the bullpen much. Starters have been going the distance in games since then.
The 0-1 from Brown is drilled, but right at the shortstop. It kicks off the chest of Jet Butler. And that's going to be an E6, second error of the ball game charged to the Newport Gulls. So Corey Jones sits at 0 for 4, but he's been on base 3 times so far tonight. The inning continues, and Sean Killeen, the cleanup man, will dig in. Killeen among the hotter hitters in the lineup for the Blue Sox, average at 321 coming into the ball game. Singled and stole a bag in the 5th. See how the running game is controlled with the left-hander Jeff Brown on the hill. Corey Jones stole a bag the first time he reached. He likes that delayed steal that he does. Brown comes to the low set, stares at first. First pitch, fastball's outside. Snap throw to first by the catcher Murphy, not in time. It's a very high leg kick from the southpaw. Almost a bit of a giveaway when he's going to want to make a pickoff move because his motion to the plate so deliberate. Comes to the low set, stares down Jones, now brings the 1-0. It's grounded towards the left side. It is under the dive of Tamsden into left field. An error by the shortstop, a hit under the glove of the third baseman, and the Blue Sox aren't finished here in the 6th.
Gilleen's second hit of the ball game, the 4th hit of the inning for the Blue Sox.
John Zilnicki and Ken Gregory back-to-back hits to start things. Enter Jeff Brown, and Jeremy Nowak hits one out in right center field.
Number 12,
Appears to be some action down in the Newport pen. Pitchers from both teams are standing up out of the bullpen area and looking down to home plate. And now Danny Brown, who is walking to the plate, is going to conference with manager Darryl Morehart, and they're going to hit for him here. Likely bring in a right-handed bat for him with runners on the corners and 2 down. So it'll be Craig Turner will enter into the DH's spot. Turner is a catcher, corner infielder from Southern Wesleyan. Had a pinch hit attempt last night, was unsuccessful as he struck out. On the season, he's hitting at 180. His only extra base hit, a double. He's driven in 5 runs. This will be his 16th appearance overall. Just his third off the bench for the Blue Sox. Big opportunity here, chance to untie this ball game. Last night he had a chance to untie the ball game as well. So he entered for Ken Gregory with 1 out and runners at second and third. He's unable to do anything with him. He struck out swinging against Craig Gullickson of the Keene Swamp Bats, who was very impressive in his inning and 2/3 out of the pen. Brown to the set. First pitch to Turner, misses outside. It's 1-0. So Danny Brown's night is over. He went 0 for 2. Strikeout, fly out, able to sandwich in a walk and a run scored between the two. In this game, both teams scoring them in bunches. The 1-0 pitch is drilled into right center field. Base hit, that's in there, and the Blue Sox take the lead as Jones comes in to score. Hustling to third is Killeen. The throw is off the bag. And moving to second is Craig Turner, an RBI single. He moves to second on the throw. The Blue Sox now have a 7-6 lead here in the visitors' 6th.
Brown now has given up 4 runs here in the 6th. 2 will be charged to him, 2 of course to Prince.
Well, tough night for Jared Prince. He pitched so well through his first 5 innings. Able to get into and out of trouble. Gives his bullpen 2 base runners. Brown allows them both to score. Has since allowed 2 more to score. No walk, 1 on the homer. Jones coming in on the RBI single from Craig Turner, who now stands at second as Alex Hilliard digs in. First pitch to Hilliard is a breaking ball that comes well inside, 1-0. Hilliard 1 for 3 tonight, singled, reached out an error and scored. Is also struck out. He's the 9th man to bat for the Blue Sox in the inning. Brown to the set, a look to second. The 1-0 is chopped towards the right side. Meehan charging, feels a chest-high hop. A late throw over to first in time to end the threat, but the Blue Sox strike for 4 in the 6 and take their first lead of the ball game. It's 7-6. The Blue Sox lead the Gulls. We head to the bottom of the 6th, and you're listening to the NECBL Broadcasting Network. Welcome back to Cardines Field, where it's gotten a bit quiet here in the stands as the Blue Sox strike for 4 in the top of the 6th inning, grab a 7-3 lead. The Gulls have scored 2 in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd, 2 in the 5th. The Blue Sox with 3 in the 4th and 4 in the 6th. It's been a game of runs. 3 runs coming in on the 3-run shot by Jeremy Nowak. He's driven in 5 tonight, doubling his total on the season. He came in with just 5. His first homer of the season. The Blue Sox have been swinging the bats a bit better as of late, especially tonight. Now with 14 hits in the ball game, scoring 7 runs thus far. And now Brandon H., who came in for Brandon Jocelyn last inning, got the final 2 outs, striking out Joey Manning, and Kyle Rowe is the pitcher of record. He's pitching for a win here. He'll deal with the top of the order. Taylor Meehan, Jet Butler, and Ryan Wiegand due up in the home 6th. Blue Sox with their first lead of the ball game. H into the wide, Nowak in at the grass at third. First pitch, fastball is outside. It's 1-0. The home run by Jeremy Nowak, a line shot to right center field that just got over where the fence juts into 310. This one is chopped off home plate and down towards first. Zilnicki fields in foul ground. And initially I thought the ball was going to catch off the fence, and it wasn't until the center fielder, Kyle Rowe, just looked up at the tree where hangs over the fence and shrugged his shoulders. And I noticed the umpires, Keegan and Horrigan, motioned that it was a home run and the game was tied. And then Craig Turner, 2-out RBI pitch hit single. Breaking ball's in there for a strike. It's a ball 2 now to Meehan, who is 2 for 3 so far. Pop foul to Nowak where he climbed the fence in the first and singles through the left side and up the middle sense. This one is popped into shallow left field. Nowak moving back, coming over is Fatse, who makes the call in the catch. Good communication there to avoid collision with Nowak, who was very close. A little weak pop to the shortstop, and we got one down here in the 6th. Blue Sox have got a little bit of cardiac kids in their last 2 ball games coming into the night. Trailed 1-0 up in Sanford, then plated single runs in the 4th and 5th before giving up 2 in the 7th of that one. First pitch to Butler is just outside, 1-0. Last night in Keene, they jumped out to a 5-0 lead before giving up 3 runs in the 5th, 3 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th. Another pitch outside from H to Butler, it's 2-0. They trailed 7-5 heading to the 8th inning last night. Got a 2-run homer from Danny Brown to tie the ball game up. But it was a costly error in the 9th inning as Shevashima threw it away. This one is chopped foul right off of Butler. That caught him in the ankle, and he's down. He is punching the ground in pain. Takes his helmet off as he starts to limp up the first base line. That one got him right on the ankle or the knee. The trainer is out for him, and he is just easing his pain with some bad language, some punching of the ground. Whatever makes you feel better, as long as you don't rub it.
Well, Turner affects Mike down for that one. Saw the replay. Oh, he winced immediately.
Oh, he went that one. You hate to see it. He swung over the top of it, put it right off himself. Now he readjusts in front of the Gulls dugout, takes a couple of 3-quarter practice swings, and will dig back in. Gets a nice little hand from the crowd. He's down on the count, 2-1. He's up on the count, 2-1. For the first 2 missed out of the zone from H. Now the 2-1 pitch, another slider, another ball outside. All 3 pitches that have missed in this at-bat have been sliders that have been well outside. And after a guy hits a ball off his front leg, not a bad idea to pound him back inside, see if he's a bit tentative. H not thinking along those lines, nor Colleen. Now the 3-1 pitch, this one's chopped foul again. This one cleanly back to the screen. So the count loads full at 3-2. 4th batter that H has faced so far tonight. Struck out Manning and Road. Got a pop out from Meehan. He's loaded the count full to Jet Butler. Payoff pitch is chopped off a home plate. It'll be fielded by H with the glove. Throw to first is high and wide up the first base line. It'll be knocked down by Corey Jones. Good hustle to be in the area. And that's just going to be an infield hit right there, as it appeared that the speedy Butler would have reached in the air and throw. Did not allow him to advance at all. So it's an interesting infield hit there, first allowed by H. And now Ryan Wiegand will dig in with a runner on and 1 out. The hit there for Butler puts him at 1 for 4 tonight. He reached on a fielder's choice, stole 3rd back in the 4th. But he was left out there as Alex Gregory grounded out to end the threat. Gregory currently waits on deck as Ryan Wiegand will dig in. He's not been retired so far tonight. A single, a pair of walks, and a run scored. Big lefty, stands with the open stance. First pitch fastball is down and in, stopped nicely by Killeen. Throw to first behind the runner. Not in time. It was a low throw, picked nicely by John Zolnicki to keep it on the infield. Butler got a big secondary lead after that one hit the dirt. For Sean Killeen, who's been so impressive at keeping baseballs in front of himself all season, keeps a runner out of scoring position with that work there. Pitchers from both teams are now standing watching the ball game, no longer sitting in the bullpen. The 1-0 is in the dirt. This one gets away from Killeen. He moves to his right fields, and Butler doesn't appear to be moving as fast as out there after taking the ball off his ankle.
Will be a wild pitch, Josh Ake.
So Brandon H. throws his first wild pitch of the season. Puts the tying run in scoring position for the Gulls, and Ryan Wiegand, their three-hitter at the plate. Wiegand with 11 RBIs so far this season. Gulls would love to see him pick up his 12th right here before he'll have the chance. Daryl Moorhart's going to come out and have a conversation with Agent Killeen. Coach Moorhart, a former minor league pitcher himself, handles all the pitching responsibilities on this staff. Coach Brooks and Coach Levesque both focus more on hitting and coach the two bases for the Blue Sox. Brooks third and Levesque first. And Moorhart has a brief chat with H. Perhaps saw something mechanical as to why he put those two in the dirt to Wiegand. Conversation is over. Moorhart heads back to the first base dugout of the Blue Sox. Of course, here at Cardines, both dugouts on the first base side, part of the ambiance here at the field. The interesting quirks of the ballpark allows the third base stands to be right down to field level. Very great, excellent place to take in a ball game here at Cardines Field. Close to 2,000 fans, if not more, here on hand tonight. 2-0 pitch is poured in for a strike. It's 2-1. Wiegand appeared to be taking all the way. Chet Butler's at second base, and infield single moved up on a wild pitch. He's the tying run in this one. It's 7-6. The Blue Sox lead the Gulls. H a long set and a long look to second base. Now the 2-1 pitch. Just a touch low, and it's 3-1. Wiegand, exemplary patience so far tonight. He's earned his 7th and 8th walk so far. He's up on the count 3-1. He's in the driver's seat against H.
Walk here will put the tying, the go-ahead run on base.
One misses outside, ball 4, and as you say it happens. Third walk of the night by Blue Sox pitching. Back-to-back base runners reach against Brandon H. And now Alex Gregory, who is 0 for 3, will have a chance to get off the schneid and perhaps give his team the lead, if not tie it up.
0 for 10, the Gulls cleanup hitter is overdue here.
With the 0 for 10, he came into the ballgame hitting at .272. Wiegand from first, Butler from second infield, that double play depth. First pitch slider catches the outside corner. Gregory doesn't like the call. It's 0-1. He didn't like a couple of calls in his last at-bat. Strikes 1 and 2. He disagreed with in that one before grounding out to the shortstop, Fatse. He's grounded to Fatse twice and has also flown to center field in Alex Hilliard. The 0-1 pitch is popped on the right side. Right field, Domino moves under it. Now dancing, he doesn't see it. It falls in behind him. It falls in behind Domino. Now being held at third is Chet Butler. The bases are going to be loaded. Domino, who came in as a pinch runner for Ken Gregory, moved in under it, just kind of held his hands at his side. He never saw the baseball. Chet Butler a little upset with himself as he gets to third on the single. Just lost it in the lights or the sky. Drops in for a hit. Now the tie run just 90 feet away. For those of you watching at home, you could see he just kind of shrugged his shoulders. Absolutely lost that baseball, and the wind's been playing tricks with it as well. So now the top hitter in the NECBL will have a chance to break this one open. First pitch cut on and grounded to second base, and Corey Jones, 4, 6, 3 and an inning-ending double play. Brandon H., a Houdini impression, gets out of a jam. Bases loaded, 1 out, gets Mike Tamsin, the league's hottest hitter, to roll into a double play for Thompson. That's the first one he's grounded into all season, and what a time for it for the Blue Sox. So the Gulls put 3 on with 1 out, but it goes by the boards. It's a 1-run lead as we head to the 7th. 7-6, the Blue Sox lead here at Cardines Field, and you're listening on the NECBL Broadcast Network. As we head to the 7th inning here at Cardines Field, new man on the hill, and new man doing the play-by-play for the final 3 here to take you home is the voice of the Newport Gulls, Nick Lima.
Thank you very much, Dan Sturtevant. Steven Peterson will make his 8th appearance of the season, his 7th out of the bullpen. 4.24 ERA, no record in his previous appearances. He's worked 17 innings this season, allowing 20 hits, 10 runs, they have the earned, walking 5, striking out 19. 3 doubles, no homers, opponents hitting 299 off of Peterson. 1-run deficit to preserve here for the Newport Gulls if they hope to come back in the final 3 innings.
And Peterson, a Marist College Red Fox, went 1-5 in MAC play this year with a 6.36 ERA. Pitched better than that, or it seemed like he did. Made 9 starts and had a complete game in 52 1/3 for the Red Foxes.
First pitch fastball is low inside for ball 1. And John Zelnicki. Next pitch. On the outside corner, a called strike, 1-1 the count only even. Holyoke Blue Sox batted around in the 6th inning. Took the lead for the first time in this ball game. The next pitch, breaking ball up and away. 2-1, second time Peterson has faced the Blue Sox this season. Had a couple innings of work in Holyoke. The Gulls' eventual loss back on June 26th.
A pretty long outing in that one. He went 3 1/3, gave up 2 runs, only 1 earned on 3 hits in relief of Greg Holly, who took the loss in that one.
2 balls, 2 strikes a count on Zelnicki. Adam Domino waits on deck. The pitch, low ball 3. Newport Gulls a squander in the last of the 6th inning. So they stranded the go-ahead run in scoring position. 3-2 pitch, a foul to the left and out of play. Mike Timson bouncing into a double play as the Blue Sox just get out of the inning without any Newport Gulls run scoring. Peterson looks in, gets the signs to Murphy. From the windup, the 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Zelnicki struck out for the first time tonight. It's now 2 for 4. It's the 5th strikeout for Newport Gulls pitching, first since the 5th. Started Jared Prince, picked up a no decision in this one. He took the game into the 6th inning. Allowed 5 runs, all of them earned. Striking out 4, 11 hits. 1 walk for Prince. Swinging and missing at the first pitch is Adam Domino for strike 1. Domino replaced Gregory, who was 1 for 3. Domino came in to pinch run for him in the 6th. He scored on the home run by Nowak. A pitch, curve in there for a strike, just clipping the inside corner, and Peterson quickly ahead of Domino, 0-2.
Adam was 0 for 2 last night in Keene, but was 1 for 2 the night before with a stolen base.
Next pitch, swung on, popped up right side and out of play beyond the grandstand, which has thinned out somewhat here. This Wednesday night here in Newport. The Gulls return to Cardines Field for action on Friday night. Expecting another near sellout then. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts for Peterson. Domino goes down by way of the K. Here's Jeremy Nowak now. Offensive player of the game so far for the Blue Sox. 2 RBI double in the 4th. 2 RBI single in the 4th. And a 3-run home run in the 6th.
And don't be surprised if this stays a close ball game, we get down to it. Nowak will be the man with the ball in his hand to try and close it out.
Takes the first pitch, just low ball one. He struck out in the third. He's 2 for 3 tonight. The home run, his first of the season. He's doubled his season RBI total in this game. Now has 10 runs batted in. Takes the next pitch, ball 2. 2 outs, bases empty. 7-6 Blue Sox lead the Gulls here in the 7th. That wind continuing to be a factor. It's died down somewhat, but still whipping around out there. The pitch, a hard hit ball right to me and backhand. Throws to first. Good play for the other. Retires his side in order here in the 7th. 2 strikeouts and a 4-3 sharply hit ground out. Ends the threat for the Blue Sox. We've played 6.5 here from Cardines Field. Blue Sox 7, Gulls 6. Let's pick up Newport Gulls public address announcer Don O'Hanley for the 7th inning stretch.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. I need some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I ever get back home. On that Gulls team, they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes you're out of the old ball game.
7th inning stretch time at Cardines Field. Blue Sox over the Gulls 7-6 on the ACBL Broadcast Network. Go to the last of the 7th here at Cardines. Newport Gulls trail the Blue Sox 7-6. Holyoke, big comeback in the 6th inning as they plated 4 runs. Pitch high, ball 1. Again, the Newport Gulls bullpen faltering here tonight. So, of course, the Gulls a game in Pittsfield on Saturday. Nick Santamaro is 1 for 2. Next pitch, breaking ball on the outside corner for a strike from Brandon H. Santamaro single, and run scored in the 2nd. Sac fly RBI in the 3rd. And he hits a rocket down to right. It's going to be over the head of Domino, bounces around. Santamaro rounds first, heading into 2nd, and he's going to be in there with the leadoff stand-up double. Just what the Newport Gulls ordered here in the 7th. They got the tying run in scoring position here to lead off the 7th inning.
I don't think Domino saw that ball either. That one hit off the very bottom of the wall. He delayed in getting over there, and by the time he did, carried him off the wall, got by him. Lucky to hold Santamaro to just a double on that one.
Right field in an adventure here at Cardines Field. That wall looks like it's a flat wall from our perspective. It actually curves in and out twice between the foul line and that big jut out from the fence. Not an easy place to play right field at all. Probably one of the toughest blocks in the league to play right field, in fact. Center field here at Cardines too with the triangle and the way the fence juts in right center. Now Jack Murphy has a chance to tie it. 3 for 3 in the night. Swings and foul tips the first pitch, in and out of the mitt for strike 1.
Just a triple shy of the cycle.
2-run bomb in the 5th, a single in the 3rd, an RBI double in the 2nd. West Cow Road was a home run shy of a cycle last night in Manchester. And a 3 for 6 performance for him. Santamaro leads off at 2nd, no one holding him on. The pitch outside, 1-1. So Murphy now has 14 runs batted in on the season. Shane Donaldson provided us with some of his statistics for his last 4 games earlier. Very impressive in his limited playing time. Mike Melillo usually gets to start at catcher. The 1-1 pitch coming from H. It's fouled towards the Gulls dugout for strike 2. Wes Melillo, effective offensively himself. The Newport Gulls have probably 2 of the better offensive catchers in the league. Melillo was leading the league in batting average for much of the season, above 400. Recently dropped below 400.
It's interesting, the Gulls, their offensive catchers last year with Ionetta and Zaneski, and this year with Murphy and Melillo. What do they feed them down here in Newport?
Sean McGill was an effective catcher for the Newport Gulls offensively for 2 seasons as well. The 1-2 delivery, swinging a fly ball down the left field line. It's going to get fouled, hooking out of play. Lands beyond America's Cup Avenue. Joey Manning waits on deck, who's 0 for 3. Murphy 3 for 3. As Dan mentioned, a triple shy of a cycle tonight. Triple here would get the tying run home. Nobody out here in the 7th. Gulls down by a run. Blue Sox taking the lead in the 6th. From the stretch, H the pitch, high and away, missed with the fastball, and the count's even at 2-2. Murphy came in batting .282. His average should be close to 300 at this point. Now 3 homers, 14 runs batted in. The only goal with 3 home runs. Pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Murphy retired for the first time tonight. First out of the inning for H. He has 2 more to get now, with Santamaro still standing at second. Joey Manning, Kyle Rowe due up next. Manning bounced out to the shortstop. Bounced into a fielder's choice to end the 3rd. Struck out swinging in the 5th.
And H showing his 3rd pitch for the first time tonight. That was the straight change. Everything else has been fastball or slider. A good time to shelve it till he got to the hot swinging Murphy.
H has all 3 of the Blue Sox strikeouts tonight. Manning came in batting .232, 2 homers, 6 runs batted in. It's a pair of doubles on the season. A long look in here for H. Now comes to the stretch at the belt. The pitch. Breaking ball inside. 1-0. Kyle Rowe on deck is 1 for 3. Knocked in a run on a bunt single in the 2nd. I believe it's the only Gulls bunt single of the season. They may have had one other very early in the season. The 1-0 pitch. Swinging a ground ball, bouncing past the 3rd baseman. The shortstop has it, throws to first. It'll be not in time. An infield single for Joey Manning. Oh, a fantastic play by Fatsay to prevent that one from going in the outfield. Kept Nick Santamaro at second. Newport Gulls have the go-ahead run on now for Kyle Road as Manning beat that one out.
And perhaps a base running mistake there by Santamaro. Nowak moved way to his left, and the shortstop Fatse had to go to the backhand in the hole. No one covering 3rd. Time where it might be a good time to take a chance and go to 3rd base with the ball hit in front of you.
Especially when an out can get the tying run home. Now Road, again 1 for 3. Swings on the first pitch, it's a liner, and a diving stop by the shortstop, fires to second, and he gets an out as the looks like they retired Manning on the fielder's choice. He had 1 play at second base. A great play by Fatsay that also saved the run.
Well, Peter Fatse, he's an outfielder and infielder, doing a great job at short, making his 3rd start there tonight for the Blue Sox. And right there, interesting that he turned and fired to second rather than going the short way to 3rd to get the force out. But as long as you make it out when you make a play like that, it's a fantastic play. And now 1 out away from getting out of yet another big jam.
Solid defense in this game for the Blue Sox has kept them in it all throughout. That was a fielder's choice, 6-4. Now we go to the top of the order, and Taylor Meehan, who's 2 for 4 tonight. A foul out, 2 singles, and a pop up to short. Tying run 90 feet away at 3rd. Go-ahead run at 1st. The pitch. Swing and a drive, well hit, right center field. Hilliard going back, still going back. He'll make the catch on the run, bouncing into the wall for the out that retires the side. The Newport Gulls strand the tying run at 3rd. We have played 7 full from Cardines Field. Blue Sox 7, Gulls 6 on the NECBL Broadcast Network. So we go to the 8th here at Cardines Field. The Holyoke Blue Sox with a 2nd consecutive inning, getting out of a big jam and not allowing any Newport Gulls runs to score, as the Gulls have another squander. Here in the 8th, at the top of the order, due up for the Blue Sox, Fatse, Wood, and Jones.
Interesting, I didn't notice if Jeremy Nowak made his way to the bullpen, but I did see Brandon H. jog out to the bullpen. after finishing off his second inning of relief. I doubt that we'll see him in the 8th inning, but you never know. I'm just curious as to why he may have gone down to the pen.
Steven Peterson is out for a second inning of relief. His job will be to continue to keep this game close. Newport trails at 7-6. He got the side in order in the 7th with a pair of strikeouts and a grindout. Face the top of the order here, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one. Combined, Batsay and Wood 4 for 8 on the night. Batsay 2 singles. 5 for 8. Thanks, Dan. Next pitch is outside ball 1. Batsay 3 singles. Knocked in a run. Pitch, up and away. 2-1 the count on Peter. Came in batting just 143 and was limited playing at time. He's now started all 3 games he's played with the Sox. The pitch, swing and a miss. Counts even at 2-2.
Fastball for Peterson appears to be exploding at the hitting zone. Been his best pitch through 3+ batters now.
Jim Wood on deck, the 2-2. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. Number 3 for Peterson here in relief. And the 7th strikeout for Newport Gulls pitching.
Well, Peterson, you mentioned he's making his 7th appearance out of the pen. Team high 8th overall, and I think maybe might be his new niche, is working out of the pen. I know he was predominantly out of the pen last season for the Gulls, but a starter for the most part in Marist. He's looked very impressive, to say the least, striking out 3 of the 4 he's faced.
First pitch fastball is inside and high. Ball 1 to Jim Wood. Peterson has made 1 start this season for the Newport Gulls, where pitch effectively through about 4 1/3 innings. Next pitch to the lefty is another fastball inside, 2-0. Well, as far as been falling behind hitters, but he's been coming back to get him. Fell behind Nowak 2-0, but forcing the ground out. Well behind Fatse. And now he throws a light breaking ball in there as Wood asked for time. You wonder if he was actually going to throw a breaking ball or a fastball on that pitch, as he just followed through with his motion once time was granted by John Keegan. Next pitch, that's on the outside corner, taken for strike 1. Blue Sox 7, Gulls 6. Top of the 8th inning. The game the Newport Gulls led most of the way. The 2-1 pitch is high and away, ball 3. Their bullpen faltered here as Jeff Brown came in to give up 4 runs in the 6th. Next pitch on the outside corner, and the counts worked full. Gave up a 3-run bomb to Jeremy Nowak, his first of the season. Second home run that Brown has allowed. He just pitched the 6th to get 3 outs in the inning. Peterson's been here since the 7th. The pitch. Inside, ball 4. Well, full count walk issued to Jim Wood, who put a runner on first for Corey Jones, the number 3 man in the lineup. Jones 0 for 4 tonight. He's the only starter to not reach base. He did reach by way of an error in the 6th, however.
He's actually been on base 3 times in this ball game.
That's true.
Reached on a couple of fielders' choices before reaching on that error.
Second baseman.
So, like several other of the starters for the Blue Sox, he has reached base several times. Would be more a more accurate way to say it.
Still without a base hit so far, and now we're going to have a pinch runner at first base. It's number 9, Alex Weish, taking over for Jim Wood. Weish, the speedy outfielder from Armstrong Atlantic University and Macon, Georgia, appeared as a pinch runner last night. Stole a base in that one. He was the front end of a double steal. He took 3rd. He's just lightning fast. He's 4 for 7 stealing bases here in the NECBL. He was 24 out of 25 stealing them during his collegiate season.
Corey Jones, who's been on base 3 times tonight, still is 0 for 4. Bouncing a couple fielders' choices, grounded out to the pitcher, Return error by the shortstop, one of a pair of Newport Gold errors in this ball game. From the stretch, Peterson fires a fastball low and away, 1-0. Weish at first, 1 out here in the
Number
8th.
9, Alex Weish, is pinch running at first base.
Corey Jones came into the game leading the team in average at 328. Well, likely Killeen will take that lead from him. Pitch, swing and a miss. We have an official attendance report, 2,261, 2261. If my memory serves me correctly, I believe it's the 8th consecutive game here at Cardines Field that we've reached above 2,000. 1-1 the count, Peterson from the stretch. He fires back to first, and Weish hops on standing.
Been a couple times this year where Weish will just, like a lot of base runners in this league that you'll see, will just go on the first move of a left-hander. 2 nights ago, he should have been picked off at first, put his head down, went to second, was able to avoid a tag and get a stolen base that way.
Next pitch, breaking ball up and away. Here's a throw down to second. It is not in time. Stolen base. The ball pops away from the shortstop, Butler. The throw was probably just a little bit late anyway, as he was sliding in safely as Butler was just bringing the ball in.
Yeah, I think Butler might have taken some spikes in his forearm too, the way he came up and was holding that left hand, the glove hand. Nice to get a second look at that and see maybe Weish kicked the ball out of his glove because the throw from Murphy appeared to have beaten him to the bag. Big stolen base right there, though, to put a much-needed insurance run in scoring position for Holyoke in the part of the order that can get it done. And Corey Jones, Sean Killeen, and Craig Turner here with just the 1 out. And Weish, great speed at second, should be able to score on any hit to the outfield.
Let's watch the replay. Well, couldn't really tell from that angle. Pitch, swing and a miss. Big cut from Jones. The count's even at 2-2. Peterson trying to record a big second out here in the 8th. Keep this a 1-run ball game. He looks in, has the signs from Murphy from the stretch. A check on the runner. The 2-2, runner goes. Swinging a foul off to the left side. Karam's off the wooden panels to protect the fans below the fencing.
Looked like Weish had a pretty good jump on that one as well. Just kept extending his lead, extending it, and extending it. Peterson never made him stop. He tried to take third. Something he's done twice already this year. First 2 times have both been, as I mentioned, as part of the double steal, something that Coach Moorhorn loves to do. Put the pressure on by starting a pair of runners.
From the stretch, the 2-2 delivery. Swing another foul off the left side, hit high and out of play. This one lands towards the Newport Visitor Center. Attendance 2,261. It is, in fact, the 8th consecutive Gulls night game above 2,000 fans. From the stretch, Peterson. Ready, the 2-2 again. Swinging a drive into left field. Joey Manning going over, still coming in. He'll make the catch on the run. Retreating back to second is Weish. And there are 2 away in the 8th.
Well, important out there for the Newport Gulls to get Corey Jones. Jones was defensive to hold it back. After falling down early, battled to make it a 2-2 count, but unable to at least advance Alex Weish. If he could have rolled one over to the right side, would have been an ideal way to make it out. But as it is, it's going to take a line drive base hit from Sean Killeen to try and add an insurance run for the Blue Sox.
Clean pair of singles, a ground out and a strikeout, stole a base on the night. Takes the first pitch, up and away, ball 1. Should be leading the team in average now. We don't have updated numbers. He came in batting .321. Peterson. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Swinging a high, towering pop-up, shallow right field. Out goes Meehan. In comes right fielder Navarro to make the catch for the other Tigers side. Walk harmless here in the 8th. We've played 7.5 from Cardines Field. Blue Sox 7, Gulls 6 on the NECBL Broadcast Network. A slew of defensive changes here for the Holyoke Blue Sox as we go to the last of the 8th. First, they'll have a new pitcher on the mound moving over from third base. It is Jeremy Nowak.
Nowak on this season, now making his 5th appearance out of the bullpen. He is 1-0 with a 1.35, has a save, 6 2/3 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 2 walks to 9 strikeouts. A team best, opponents hitting 136 against. And with him moving from third to the hill, Shevis Shima is into the ball game at third base, and Alex Weish, who pinch ran for Jim Wood in the top of the inning, will take over in left field. Other than that, exactly the same as last inning.
For the Newport Gulls, we'll see the heart of the order here in the 8th. Jet Butler, Ryan Wiegand, Alex Gregory. Butler is 1 for 4.
I believe we're going to have a pinch hitter. Melillo is up swinging a bat.
And he will step up to the plate here, so Butler's night is done. Butler was a shortstop, so Melillo will just be here for 1 at bat. Likely we'll see Kenny Socorro take over to play short. So Mike Melillo, who last night in Manchester also had an impressive performance. Stands in from the left side against Nowak. The pitch is on the outside corner, a called strike.
Yeah, Melillo in last night's game, 3 for 6, drove in 3 and scored a pair.
2 RBI single and an RBI single in the 5th of that game.
He's one of 4 goals to have at least 3 hits in the game.
0-2, he falls behind. Jeremy Nowak has been in the game all along, but now pitching from the stretch. The 0-2, up and away, ball 1.
Yeah, Nowak, an old-fashioned ball player. He does it all. Plays outfield, plays some third. Swings the bat pretty well. Has been swinging better as of late, of course, with the 2 big hits tonight and 5 driven in. Now asked to close out the ball game, get a win for Brandon H.
He looks in, goes over the signs with Gilleen. Now he's ready, the 1-2. Swing a ground ball, bounce to the third base line, backhand stab. It's a fair ball. Shima to the first. It will be in time. Close play at first, but Melillo retired on the 5-3 ground out.
Great play by Shevis Shima. Had to go behind the third base bag. And Shima's a guy who's had some trouble defensively so far this year. He's committed 6 errors, including the throwing error last night. 1 of 2 for him on the game. That ended the ball game. Making it a walk-off win for the Swamp Bats, but he was a big program ball player, not going to shy away. Makes a nice play there for the first out of the 8th.
Ryan Wiegand is 1 for 1. He's been on base 4 times tonight by way of 3 walks. Single back in the first. Swing, he misses at the first pitch. He chases a high fastball. Strike 1. Followed by Alex Gregory here in the 8th. Any Newport Gull can tie it with a swing of the bat. Newport just needs base runners here. They've had a pair of squanderers in the 7th and in the 6th innings. Now just 5 outs left. Blue Sox a 7-6 lead. Nowak ready. Pitch, fastball. Ooh, that was close. Where was that pitch?
One of those missed down the middle.
1-1 on Wiegand. Maybe a little bit low for Johnny Keegan's liking.
And Wiegand is a big guy at 6'4" and 250.
1-1 pitch. Curve is high. 2-1. Wiegand's been very patient at the plate tonight with these walks. 3-2 count walk in the 3rd. Count going to 3-1 on the other 2 walks. A 2-1 on the outside corner, taken for strike 2. Counts even on Ryan. Here's the tying run for Newport here in the 8th. Gregory on deck was 1 for 4. Jeremy Nowak looks in, trying to keep the lead going for his team here. 2-2 pitch. It's going to foul off the top of the press box roof. Wiegand stays alive.
Seen some interesting caroms from foul balls here at Cardines, exploring all the netting, all the hardware around the field.
2-2 the count on Wiegand. 2 homers, 11 runs batted in on the season. Been on base 4 times tonight, trying to keep that streak going. From the stretch, Nowak. He's ready. The 2-2 pitch. Swing a drive, pulled down the right field line. It's going to be a foul ball. Home run distance, but foul by about 30 feet.
Yeah, he got the breaking ball, was a little bit down in the zone, but able to drop the bat head as most lefties can do. Sweep that one up and into the wind, but luckily for Nowak and the Blue Sox, foul ball.
7th pitch of the at-bat coming here. Who will win this battle? Nowak looks in. Comes to the stretch, right at the belt. His 2-2 delivery. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. Foul tipped it into the mitt. 2 straight outs here recorded by Nowak in relief in the 8th. Newport Gulls running out of opportunities. Now Alex Gregory singled his last time. Bounced into a fielder's choice in the 4th, fly to center in the 3rd, and bounced out to short to end the 1st.
Well, Nowak, after seeing what Wiegand did with the breaking ball, goes back to the number 1 and just blew it by him with the heater.
A pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike. If anyone can tie the game with 1 swing of the bat, it is Gregory. He has 5 bombs on the season, 19 runs batted in. His single in the 6th lowered the bases, but Mike Tamsen bounced into a 4-6-3 double play that ended the inning. The 0-1. Fastball outside. In the 7th, the Gulls had a leadoff double from Nick Santamaro, an infield single by Joey Manning with 1 out, but runners at 1st and 2nd. Newport ended up straining the tying run at 3rd in that inning when Meehan flied to center. 2 outs, bases empty, the 1-1 pitch. Curve is swung on, fouled down the right field line and out of play. And now Gregory in a hole, 1-2.
Better call Newport Glass.
It's 1 for his last 11. Seen his average drop 30 points below 300. His last 3 games. Nowak trying to get the side in order from the stretch. A 1-2 delivery. Low and away. Counts even on Gregory.
Overthrew a fastball there, tried to get a little bit extra on it, did Nowak. It's the pitch that he got Wiegand with, just put it a bit low and outside.
Mike Tamsen waits on deck. He is 2 for 4 on the night. That double play, an infield single, an RBI double, fly out to center. From the set, he kicks and delivers the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, another close pitch just outside. Counts worked full. His 2nd consecutive batter. He struck out Wiegand on a 2-2 count, actually. 3-2 to Gregory. Walk here wouldn't put Tamsen on as the go-ahead run. Payoff pitch. Swing and a drive, but he pulled it well foul and onto West Marlborough Street behind the grandstand. Up the first base side. That one landed just in front of the Mudville Pub. The Gulls battling with Nowak here in the 8th. They can't get a ball in play. He looks in. And Gregory asks for time as Nowak is taking too long for him. From the stretch, the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. And the tag applied by Killeen as the ball skipped away. Back-to-back strikeouts to end the 8th. And Nowak gets the side here in order. We're through 8 from Cardines Field. Newport Gulls trailing the Blue Sox 7-6 on the ACBL Broadcast Network. Back here now at Cardines Field, defensive change for the Newport Gulls as Mike Melillo pinch hit for Jeff Butler in the top of the 8th. Kenny Sakura take over at shortstop for Butler. Newport Gulls 6 runs. The Holyoke Blue Sox 7 runs. Holyoke taking the lead back in the 6th when they batted it around. 2 straight singles off of Jared Prince knocked him out of the game, and Jeff Brown ran into trouble after that, giving up a 3-run home run to Jeremy Nowak, and later gave up the go-ahead run, an RBI single by pinch hitter Craig Turner.
Is from Cal State Fullerton.
Shima, batting for the first time tonight, takes ball 1. Next pitch is low and inside, 2-0. Steven Peterson is out for a 3rd inning of relief. And effective in the 7th and the 8th. Got the side in order and 2 strikeouts in the 7th. So next pitch is in there for a strike. Picked up a strikeout, walked a batter, and a pair of flyouts in the 8th. 2-1 the count on Shima. Comes in batting .258, no homers, 4 runs batted in, and he hits this one down the right field line. It's going to drop in quickly for a base hit. He's rounding first, going to head into second. The throw is cut off, and it'll be a leadoff double for Shima. That ball disappeared behind the warehouse where, of course, we can't see from the broadcast booth. So the only question was, did it hit off the warehouse as a foul ball, or did it bounce into fair play? And it did bounce in there. Played by Nick Santamaro. Tossed it into the second baseman, Meehan.
For Chevis Shima, it's just his 2nd double of the season. He does have great speed out there. He's 11 for 11 stealing bases. Doubt he'd be on the move here, but interesting to see if want to play for one more run, have Hilliard try and lay down a bunt and get Shima over to 3rd.
Hilliard, 1 for 4, a single, reached on an error, struck out and grounded out. From the stretch, Peterson. The left-hander pitches, he squares for a bunt, it's taken high, here's the throw down to second, they may have him, and it's close. No, they don't. He dived in just in time. The throw was on target. But Shima got back to the bag quickly.
Yeah, the only thing Shima had going for him is Kenny Sakura was as far off the bag as he was, so it was more of a foot race back to second. Just another great throw down behind the runner by Jack Murphy.
Murphy, outstanding defensive catcher. Always throws those shots to second on target. Squares for a bunt, takes a fastball inside, 2-0 as he jackknifes out of the way. So Hilliard trying to get some small ball working here for the Blue Sox and give them one big insurance run before this game goes into the 9th. About half the crowd of 2,261 remain here. Newport can get some base runners in the 9th. They will become very loud. The 2-0 pitch shows bunt, puts it up third base side. Peterson fields it himself, looks at second, throws to first. It's in time, advancing to 3rd safely is Shima. And now that big insurance run just 90 feet away here with 1 out.
Perfect execution there by Hilliard. They say you want to try and bunt it down to the 3rd base and make him field it. Got it far enough towards that line where Peterson, the pitcher, had to move over, and for a lefty, not an easy play to field, spin, and fire. Made a good throw over to first for the first out of the inning, but now John Zilnicki can add insurance run with a fly ball.
Zilnicki, 2 for 4. Pair of singles, bounced into a double play and struck out looking. So the first batter Peterson faced in the 7th. He has 3 strikeouts. Takes the first pitch for strike 1. 3 strikeouts, a hit, and a walk in relief for Peterson since coming in the 7th. We're in the 9th, 7-6 Holyoke. The pitch. Skips in there, bounces away from Murphy, but he keeps it in front of him as it caromed off of Zilnicki's foot, too. Another ball taking some weird hops. It's like a pinball machine behind the plate here at Cardines Field. Hardly any foul territory, and the way the screen juts in and out on various angles. The 1-1 is taken for a strike, and he falls behind a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, it's not easy to score from 3rd on a pass ball or wild pitch unless it should shoot up either one of the lines.
Usually the ball will just carry him right back into the catcher's mitt if he spins around fast enough. A runner at third, the 1-2. Skips in there, goes to the backstop. Peterson covering the throw, not in time, gets away. And a run scores. It's 8-6 Holyoke.
As soon as we say it, a wild pitch comes and it kicks off down that third baseline, and lucky for Shima, it stayed near the screen. And if he's not, he is one of the fastest guys on the team, definitely the best base runner. And in that situation, he puts his head down in easily before the flip from Murphy to Peterson, and a very important insurance run for Holyoke.
Hilliard's sack bunt pays off here in the ninth. Holyoke has their biggest lead of the ball game. A 2-2 pitch, swung on, hit high in the air to shallow right center. This ball will drop in front of Meehan, who was ranging out, and Rode, who was coming in. It'll be a one-out single for Zilnicki.
Zilnicki's third hit of the night. He has scored each in the other 2 times that he has reached. First 3-hit ball game of the year for John.
Now Adam Domino 0 for 1. Struck out in the 7th to replace Ken Gregory, who was 1 for 3 in the ball game. Gregory had grounded out, fly to left, and singled in the 6th. Scored on the 3-run home run by Nowak. Takes the first pitch, breaking ball in the outside corner for a called strike. Domino batting .241, a homer, 2 runs batted in. The 0-1 squares for a bunt, and it's taken for strike 2. Won't be bunting now. Blue Sox say, hey, the small ball worked the first time, let's try it again. So Nicky from first. 1 out, nothing into the count on Domino. Peterson sets and he bunts, pops it foul. And that's going to be strike 3. He stood at the plate waiting for the home plate umpire to ring him up. John Kingan didn't say anything at first. I think I heard somebody from the Gulls dugout say, is that 3 strikes?
How many does he get? Well, interesting there to see the bunt left on with Domino. Perhaps thinking we might as well, at the worst, try and get Nowak at least another swing. Don't let him ground to do a double play.
Nowak has had a night, takes the first pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. He's come into pitching this game effectively. He's made some great defensive plays at third. He's driven in 5 runs. A 3 RBI home run in the 6th, his first of the season. A 2 RBI single in the 4th. Breaking ball is fouled back by us, 1-1. The count now on Nowak, who is 2 for 4. He struck out in the 3rd, grounded out in the 7th. And as the Blue Sox hold on to win this one, without a doubt he'll be the player of the game for Holyoke.
It's a phenomenal ball game for Jeremy. You love to see it happen for a guy like him who has struggled a little bit with the bat so far this year. Came in at just 161.
So Nicky at first. A 1-1 pitch, high, missed with the fastball, 2-1. Peterson was the earned run to score here in the 9th. 2-run lead now for the Blue Sox. Last chances for the Gulls in the bottom of the 9th. Barring any pinch hitters, we'll see Tamsin, Santamaro, and Murphy. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a pop-up right side and out of play. Counts even at 2s.
If glass is broken, call Newport Glass.
Peterson, a long look in here on Nowak from the stretch. Again, the 2-2 pitch. Ball 3 is high. The top of the order due up next here for the Blue Sox. And Peter Fatse. Fatse 3 for 5 on the night. 3 singles, a run batted in. Runner at first, 2 outs. The payoff pitch coming. Ball 4 is up and away. But runners on at first and second. Fatse will get a chance here. An infield single in the 1st. Singled in the 3rd. Singled in the 4th to drive in a run. Blue Sox scored 3 times in the 4th.
Number 7.
In the 6th, he bounced out 4-3, and he was Peterson's third strikeout victim in the 8th. Peterson a pair of Ks in the 7th, and also one here in the 9th. In the 9th, though, he's allowed a double, a wild pitch, a sac bunt, a single, and a walk to go with that strikeout. Fatsay at the plate, 2 on, 2 outs, a pitch, swinging a foul to the left and on a play. As Kenny Socorro gave chase to it, but landed into the left field grandstand where the Irish fans remain standing. They never sit during the game.
That's dedication right there.
0-1 on Fatsay. Gulls a 2-run deficit here in the top of the 9th. Want to get a rally going in the bottom of the 9th if they want to pull out a victory. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. It's a called strike. 0-2. Newport did have a walk-off victory here at Cardines on Monday night, a 1-0 shutout win over the Manchester Silkworms. It's been a very different ball game, of course, here. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. One more run crosses the plate for the Blue Sox. We head to the last of the 9th. Last chance for the Newport Gulls, who trail it. Holyoke Blue Sox 8, Newport Gulls 6 on the NACBL Broadcast Network. Well, Jeremy Nowak has driven in 5 runs in this ball game. He has his first home run of the season. He's made some great defensive plays at third. He got the side in order in the 8th, a pair of strikeouts. Why not come out and pick up a save here in the 9th?
Absolutely. It'll be his second save attempt, 1-for-1 on this season. Also has a win this year. He's been very good out of the bullpen. Rumor has it that Stony Brook's going to try and make him just a pitcher exclusively on the season for Stony Brook. He did hit at 287 with 3 homers and 30 RBI. Phenomenal athlete. He enjoys playing the field and swinging the bat as well as pitching, but as we saw last inning and what he'll hope to demonstrate here, pretty dominant guy to have in the back of your bullpen.
Nowak will have to pitch, first of all, against the league leader in average, Mike Tamsen. He's 2 for 4 in the 9th, fly to center, an RBI double in the 3rd, an infield single in the 5th, ground into a 4-6-3 double play to end the 6th. Bulls had the bases loaded in that inning. Newport has been held scoreless since the 5th when Jack Murphy launched a 2-run shot over the fence. First pitch fastball on there for a strike on Tamsen. Tamsen has the back of his jersey dirty. Rolling around out there in the infield, making defensive plays most of the night. At third base, the 0-1 pitch is fouled to the left. Tamsen, one of the better defensive third basemen in the league, only has 2 errors on the season. Both came last night in the Newport Gulls 11-0 victory over Manchester. Beyond that, he was perfect. He's hit a hole, 0-2. Nowak looks in. And as he pauses, Tamsen steps out. Still about 900 or so fans remain here at Cardines, maybe more. Gulls trail it 8-6. The 0-2 pitch. Swing a hard shot right at the shortstop. Doesn't have to move. As Peter Fatsay picks up the liner for out number 1 here in the 9th.
Well, tough luck there for Tamsen. Hit that one right on the screws. Thought he had his 3rd hit of the night. Didn't even get out of the batter's box before the ball was in Fatsy's glove.
Newport Gulls need base runners. 1 out, down by 2. Bases empty, bottom of the 9th. Nick Santamaro, 2 for 3. First pitch fastball is outside, ball 1 to him. A single and a run scored in the 2nd. Drove in a run on a sac fly in the 3rd. Bounced into a fielder's choice in the 5th, doubled in the 7th. Straight on base in that inning. He was the tying run. 1-0 pitch, cut on and missed. 1-1 on Santamaro. Nowak pitching very effectively in relief. Trying to pick up a save. The Holyoke Blue Sox trying to sweep the season series against the Newport Gulls. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And Santamaro's in a hole, 1-2. Jack Murphy waits on deck. Holyoke took the first game 6-4 back on June 26th. From the stretch, Nowak, the 1-2 delivery. Swinging a foul to the screen. A tap on the plate as Santamaro stands in from the left side. The right-hander, Nowak, from the set at the belt. The 1-2 pitch. Swing, a foul ball fisted up the first baseline. It's going to land beyond the right field roof and out of play. Crowd trying to cheer Santamaro on here, led by the Irish fans, as always up the third baseline. 1-2 remains to count. Nowak sets, kicks, and deals. Ball 2 inside with the fastball. It's been a real grinder. Past the 3-hour mark now in this one. 2-2 delivery, high. And the count's worked full. A walk here would bring the tying run to the plate. Santamaro in a battle with Nowak. From the stretch, the payoff pitch. Swing and a long drive to center. Not hit very hard though. Hilliard comes in and will make the catch. And there are 2 away. The Newport Gulls down to their last out here in the 9th. Santamaro didn't get all of it. And Jack Murphy with the Newport Gulls' last hope. 3-game winning streak on the line. Newport has won 7 of their last 8.
Murphy.
Holyoke Blue Sox trying to snap a 4-game losing skid. Jack Murphy, 3 for 4 of the night. He's knocked in 3 runs. A 2-run shot in the 5th, his 3rd home run of the season. A single in the 3rd, an RBI double in the 2nd, which is his 6th double. A strikeout in the 7th. Stands in from the left side. 2 outs. Tying run in the on-deck circle for the Gulls. Bottom of the 9th. From the stretch, Nowak the pitch. Swing a ground ball, bounce up the middle. It'll be caught by the shortstop. Double clutches, throws to first. It is wide, gets away, and Murphy is safe. And the game continues here in the 9th.
And that ball actually got Jack Murphy on the elbow. He's holding his left arm down the first base line. He is in some pain. The throw from Fotze couldn't get out of his glove. Originally, he threw it over there. Zilnicki couldn't get a glove on it either. A break, if you will, for the Blue Sox as it hits off the, looks like the left elbow of Jack Murphy, but you hate to see a break come in the form of an injury for anybody. That one.
Murphy hunched over up that first base line. We'll check out the instant replay here momentarily. Let's see. Yep, that bounced right off his elbow.
Joey Manning.
Well, at least for his trouble, he'll be awarded with an infield base hit.
His 4th hit of the night. He's 4 for 5. So now Joey Manning, who's 1 for 4, will get an opportunity. Manning came in batting .232, 2 homers, 6 runs batted in, 2 doubles. He's the tying run at the plate. Winning run in the on-deck circle for Newport. Nowak from the stretch. The pitch. Curve on the inside corner, a strike. Manning bounced to short. Bounced into a fielder's choice. Struck out swinging. And an infield single his last time in the 7th. Next pitch. Popped foul back, and the Newport Gulls are down to their last strike. 0-2, the count on Manning. Nowak trying to close it out, pick up a save here in the 9th. A runner at first, 2 outs, 8-6. Blue Sox lead the Newport Gulls. And Mike Coombs shouts out to the home plate umpire, still shouting. Coombs, I'm not sure what he's shouting about. The 0-2 pitch, skips in the dirt, ball 1. No chance for the runner to advance as Killeen kept it right in front of him.
Sean Killeen, perfect form there, knocking it down and corralling the rebound right in front.
I don't know what Coombs is firing to the home plate umpire about. 1-2 the count here. 2 outs, last of the 9th. Nowak from the set. The 1-2 pitch to Manning. Check swing. Did he go? No, he didn't. Counts 2-2.
Almost thought right there with Keegan being a little heated with Mike Coombs. He might ring up Manning himself on that one. Is the bigger man, though, and asks for the appeal, and the right call is made.
Tying run at the plate for Newport. Bottom of the ninth. The Gulls down to their last strike as Manning battles with Nowak. Jeremy from the stretch. The 2-2 pitch. Ball 3 misses low. A fastball. A walk would bring the winning run to the plate in Kyle Road. Jack Murphy reached on an infield single with 2 outs. Was hit off the elbow on the throw to first. Remains in the game. He leads. Bottom of the ninth, down by 2. Nowak sets. He's ready. The 3-2 pitch. Swinging a foul to the left and out of play. A reset and do it again. Manning 1 for 4. Trying to keep the Newport Gulls alive here in the ninth. Trying to preserve a winning streak. Trying to better the team's record against the NECBL North. Nowak is ready. He stretches. The payoff pitch. A runner goes. Ball 4 is outside, and the game continues. Now we'll see Kyle Road. That one just missed low and away. Nowak has not been missing by much, but regardless, we will see a visit here from Daryl Morhart.
Coach Morhart just wants to settle down the right-hander Nowak, maybe overthrowing a little bit. He's missing down and away. That's usually an indication of trying to throw it a little harder than you have in your arm. Chevis Shima in on the conversation along with Sean Killeen. It's a brief meeting. Not sure if there's any action in the Holyoke pen. Doubt that there is.
Newport Gulls trying to make it interesting here in the last of the ninth. They trail 8-6, bullpen empty for both teams. And Mike Coombs is out again, arguing with the home plate umpire about what? I don't know.
Yeah, Coombs trying to disguise it as if he is speaking with Kyle Road. He's facing Road now, starts to speak with Kyle. He was talking over his shoulder to John Keegan.
There's a long delay here as Coombs talks things with over with Road, and now goes back to the dugout again. And we're dumbfounded, folks.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Keegan, it was after a foul ball. I'm not sure if Keegan said something over towards Coombs, but Coombs certainly took offense. It's during the at-bat of Joey Manning, who just walked.
Tying run at first, winning run at the plate for Newport. 2 outs in the last of the ninth. Down 8-6. Jeremy Nowak still trying to close it out here. Got the first 2 outs in the inning on a liner to short and a fly out to center. They gave up an infield single to Murphy, a walk to Manning on a 3-2 pitch. Now Kyle Road, who's 1 for 4 from the stretch. His first pitch to Road. Fastball low and inside, ball 1. Road, an RBI bunt single in the second. He knocked in his 5th run of the season. A line out to the third baseman, Nowak, in the 4th. Strikeout in the 5th, and reached on a fielder's choice in the 7th. Runners lead at first and second. Many fans are on their feet. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, throw down the third. It's not in time. Stolen base for Murphy, and running out of the dugout is Morhart. He's going to argue with Patrick Horrigan. He's not happy with that call at all. We'll check the replay in a moment as he continues to fire at Horrigan. Horrigan pointing towards the bag at third, and Morhart very upset. He now still firing back as he retreats to the dugout, still shouting as he's backpedaling. We'll check the replay. And, well, it was close. He may have been safe. It was bang, bang play.
Looked like the ball beat him down there. The only thing he could say that I might be able to believe is that Chevis Shima's tag never got down low enough to get him. The ball certainly appeared to beat him to third base, and if you're the runner, Jack Murphy, why try and steal third base? Your run means nothing. Why risk ending the ball game right there?
Murphy picks up his first steal of the season. He's 1 for 1. Runners at the corners now. 2 outs, 1-1 the count on Road. He can win it with a swing of the bat. Down by 2, the pitch, low and away, 2-1. So the Gulls trying to make it very interesting here in the ninth.
Les Murphy thought there was a double steal on or something. That's another interesting thing, is Manning, the trail runner, didn't advance to second, and that's a base running mistake on his part, because it could be the tying run in scoring position for Newport as it is. He remains 270 feet away at first base.
Nowak looks in and gets the signs from Killian. A check on the runner at third. He comes to the set. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a pop-up right side, foul and out of play. And again, the Newport Gulls are down to their last strike. Jack Murphy at third base. The tying run for Newport on at first is Joey Manning. Kyle Rode at the plate, 1 for 4 in the ballgame is the Gulls' last hope. Top of the order is up next in Taylor Meehan. From the stretch, Nowak, the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. It's dropped by the catcher, throws down the first, and the ball game is over. The Holyoke Blue Sox hang on here in the ninth to defeat the Newport Gulls and sweep the season series. 2-0. The final here tonight from Cardines. Blue Sox 8, Gulls 6, as Holyoke rebounds in the later innings after trailing throughout most of this one. Blue Sox improved 2-0 against Newport, and the Gulls continue to falter against Northern Division teams, now 1-6 against in interleague play as they continue in interleague play for the next couple of games. Dan Sturdivant and I will be back in a moment with the totals and the highlights next in this one on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Don't go away. The Newport Gulls post-game report is next. Newport Gulls and Holyoke Blue Sox in the second game of the final game of the regular season series. Newport dropping the first game back on June 26th in Holyoke, 6-4. Falls here tonight, 8-6 the final for the Holyoke Blue Sox. 8 runs on 16 hits, 2 errors. They left 11 on base. The Newport Gulls, 6 runs on 15 hits, 2 errors. They stranded 12. Newport was able to bring the go-ahead run to the plate in each of the 6th, 7th, and 9th innings, but was unable to score since the 5th. There are a couple of home runs hit in this one. Jack Murphy, a 2-run shot in the 5th inning, his 3rd of the season. And Jeremy Nowak, a 3-run bomb in the 6th. It was his 1st. The win goes to Brandon H in relief, proves to 1-1 on the season. The loss goes to Jeff Brown. He drops to 1-2. The save goes to Nowak. It is his 2nd. The game took 3 hours and 19 minutes to play. It was watched by a crowd of 2,261 here at Cardines Field, the 8th consecutive night game that has surpassed 2,000. Dan, a solid win here tonight for the Holyoke Blue Sox. Heartbreaker for the Newport Gulls, who had the lead throughout much of this one, but the Blue Sox fighting their way in all the way along. Solid defense, and were able just to stay in it towards the end.
It's a great win for the Blue Sox, able to snap their 4-game skid, get back to 500 with this one at 11-11, knock the Gulls down to 13-10. With the rain out in Pittsfield, they'll remain a half game up in the Southern Division. The Blue Sox really need this one, kind of giving back some of the medicine that they took last night after leading 5-0, then dropping a ball game 8-7 up in Keene. They'll be at home for a 3-game set starting tomorrow. They welcome the Pittsfield Dukes, then the Danbury Westerners for 2 more Southern Division ball games. Then they're at home for Sanford Saturday, travel to North Adams Sunday, then host the Dominican national team for an exhibition game on Monday the 14th, 6:30 at McKenzie Stadium.
Newport Gulls go back on the road tomorrow as they continue interleague play to play the Keene Swamp Bats. 6:30 start time in Keene, New Hampshire. Return here to Cardines Field on Friday night to wrap up interleague play for the week. The host is Sanford Mainers. Newport 1-0 against Keene, 0-1 against Sanford this season. Go back on the road on Saturday to face the Torrington Twisters, and we'll play a makeup game on Sunday at Pittsfield. Stay on the road through next Tuesday as they return to interleague play on Monday and Tuesday to face Vermont and North Shore back at Cardines Field next Wednesday. So Newport Gulls' long stretch continues as they drop their first game in the last 4, and now have won just 7 of their last 9 as Newport falls here tonight to the Holyoke Blue Sox for the 2nd time this season. Again, the Gulls had an early lead but fell behind in the 6th on a 3-run bomb by Jeremy Nowak, who is the player of the game. Newport falls to 13-10 on the season as Pittsfield was rained out tonight. They will retain sole possession of first place in the ACBO South, a half a game against up on the Pittsfield Dukes, who are not in action. Holyoke Blue Sox improve to 11-11, back at 500. Newport falls to 9-4 at home, and Holyoke improves to 5-7 on the road. Dan Sturdivant, thank you for joining us, and we'll catch up with you perhaps later in the season. Who knows?
Always a pleasure. Hopefully we'll be seeing you later on in the year. Hopefully we'll have a finals matchup. Who knows?
We'll be back down on the field next. Don't go away, folks, as the Newport Gulls post-game report continues after this.
And welcome back here at Cardines Field as our Newport Gulls post-game report continues. Joined by our Newport Gulls player of the game, Jack Murphy. Jack, a tough loss here tonight for the Newport Gulls, but you had a solid game yourself. You're just a triple shy of the cycle, going 4 for 5 in this ball game.
Yeah, I saw the ball well early. I picked up a couple cheapies, to be honest. I had a couple solid hits as well. It's tough. It's a bittersweet feeling when you swing the bat well and you come on the losing end of a game like this.
Newport Gulls tried to make it interesting in the ninth. First, Mike Coombs looked like he was firing some words, harsh words to the home plate umpire. We couldn't tell what that was about from the press box. Can you elaborate on that at all?
I was on base when it happened. From what I heard, the umpire he said something to Kyle Rode at the plate, and Coach Coombs didn't really appreciate the comment, but that's all part of the game.
Coach Coombs always defends the Newport Gulls players. He has a track record of that, of course, here in Newport. Also in the ninth, you did pick up an infield single to keep the game going. I think you took a ball off your elbow. That must have been pretty painful. I saw you wincing for quite a while.
Yeah, it's one of those things that's going to hurt more tomorrow. Right now it feels all right, but it's just because I'm kind of thinking about the game. Tomorrow when I wake up, I'm sure I'll be able to feel it.
A walk came directly thereafter to keep the Newport Gulls alive. Kyle Rode came to the plate, and then you took off for third base.
I didn't exactly have the green light, but my thought process was if Joey follows me there, then now we have runners on second and third, and we're one hit away from tying the ball game. So you look like an idiot if you get thrown out there and in the game, but at the same time, if it works out, then it works out.
You've continued to be on a very hot hitting streak your last 4 games. You had the night off last night in Manchester as Mike Melillo caught that game, and the Newport Gulls had 17 hits. I must have felt pretty good to have 4 hits here tonight with Melillo the night off.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to switch this out when I'm swinging the bat well, and Mike is one of the best hitters in the league, and he continues to do that, and so it's a good feeling. It's a good problem to have 2 catchers back there like that.
Finally, Jack, you had your 3rd home run of the season in this ball game. It was a 2-run bomb.
Yeah, it was a 1-0 count, and I thought, he's a fellow Ivy League guy. I've seen him a couple times, so I was seeing the ball pretty well off of him, and he just left the fastball over the plate, and, I put a good swing on it.
The Gulls just really haven't fared so well in interleague play this season. 1-6 against Northern Division teams. We'll go back on the road tomorrow to face another Northern Division team in the form of the Keene Swamp Bats, the only team that they have defeated this season from the ACBO North as they travel to one of the smaller ballparks in the league in Alumni Field in Keene, New Hampshire. That may be a pleasant sight to see for these Newport Gulls hitters.
Yeah, definitely. Everybody on this team is capable of putting the ball out of the ballpark, and so a small ballpark is probably to our advantage.
Jack Murphy, you're the Gulls player of the game, and we'll see you later on in the season. Sorry about the loss tonight, though.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
That's our post-game report with our Newport Gulls player of the game. We'll be back in a moment and wrap things up next on the ACBL Broadcast Network. And back here one final time at Cardines Field here in Newport, Rhode Island. The Newport Gulls fall to the Holyoke Blue Sox. The 8-6, the final score here tonight. Newport, an early lead. Had some bullpen woes again in this one as the Blue Sox with a 3-run bomb on the off the bat, off the defensive glove, and off the pitching arm of Jeremy Nowak defeat the Newport Gulls for the 2nd time this season, sweeping the season series. Newport retained sole possession of first place in the ACBL Southern Division as the Gulls go back on the road tomorrow to continue a long stretch without an off day. Newport on the road against the Keene Swamp Bats, a team which they did defeat here at Cardines Field on Monday night in a makeup of a rainout, 9-4 the final. Newport back on the road tomorrow on the air at 6:30. Back here at Cardines Field to face the Sanford Mainers, only at the pregame show at 6:05. First pitch at 6:35 on Friday night as the Gulls return to Cardines. We hope you join us then. Let's pause for a moment and thank those who made this broadcast possible. The executive producer of Newport Gulls Baseball is Tom Lima. Our associate producer, Justin DeSantis. Our on-site engineer, John Rayola. Our production assistant, J.J. Cronin. Our audio technician, Kurt Baylor. Our statistician, Shane Donaldson. For Dan Sturdivant, I'm Nick Gleamer here at Cardines Field. The Gulls fall tonight, 8-6 the final. Go on the road tomorrow, back at Cardines on Friday. Until our next broadcast, I'd like to thank you all for watching. So long, everybody.
Thank you.